5,
Going in.
4,
There we go.
3, 2, 1. Are we live? Are we live?
Hey-o.
Dude, we're live. Dude, we're on Facebook. Look at us. We're Infinite here too. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Are we live on YouTube? How do we make sure we're live on YouTube? Live now. Are we live?
Do we have a YouTube account?
Who's making comments on YouTube? Who's commenting? Somebody, where's the chat? How do I check the chat? Graphics, stream health, polls. Let's run a poll. Can you hear us live now? Question mark. Yes? No.
Let's see. Hold on.
Say
I bet we have a world's
create poll.
best podcast.
Did I publish it? How do I check my Facebook page?
I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to find it. Oh, no, Jack. We have competition on YouTube by someone named Dennis Berry. His name?
Oh.
Jack,
Whoa.
He's got world's best podcast, no spaces, and he has episode 1 called NFL Preview, Raw Uncut Funny Moments, but the actual video is Destiny 2 gameplay.
No, it's not.
His name is Dennis Berry.
That's a lie.
Dude, I'm straight. Watch this. It says funny. Wait, hold on. Let me show my screen. I'm gonna share my screen. I want our listeners to see this really quick.
I hope the entire world can see us right now. I want to be live. Hold on. You sharing? Is that you with your screen?
Yeah, unshare your thing.
Take it over. Okay, let me unshare.
Dude, I guess we could both.
Well, think about it this way.
Dude,
so right now, okay, hold on. Let me make a joke real quick. Oh, we can share at the same time, dude. This is the fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, Jack, turn off your thing. I want to
wait. Check this out. Reno, it's like if one person watches this, we get infinite views because they get to see it a million infinite iterations. Like there's one, there's the next, here's another one over here, and here, and here. There's a lot of, we're everywhere. We're all over my computer screen. All
right, let me blow this person up real quick. Hold on. I want to do some free advertising right now. All right, here, close your thing so people can see the full screen.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I want them to see the full screen. Okay, check this out. Look at this.
World's Best Podcast.
World's Best Podcast, Episode 1. NFL Preview, Raw Uncut Funny Moments, Part 1. And it's Destiny 2.
Click on it. What are they doing over there? What's Dennis Berry doing?
Dude, look at Dennis Berry.
Dude, we came up with the most creative name for our podcast. I can't believe anybody else also came up with World's Best Podcast.
It's incredible.
I thought we were
He's live too. Dude, hold on. Let's see what he is. I still don't see any NFL footage here. Hold on. Let's see if he has any comments. Does he have any comments?
No likes. Comment. Tell him you are a fucking dick and you stole our podcast name. Please and thank you. Change your name. I like that you spelled favorite wrong. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just
you might want to add
favorite
to your dictionary.
Yeah, favorite. No, here's how I spell. Yeah, favorite. Here's how I normally spell favorite. Favorite.
I think we are live on Facebook. Do we have any viewers? Event logs.
Okay.
I don't know. Live service receives a video signal. Are we going live? Post on timeline right now. Public. I posted a poll. Can you hear us now? Publish. I want to publish it.
What was the? Well, hold on. We can do this really easily. Jack, we can do this really easily. Are you ready for how easy this is? If we have the URLs, we can just go to those URLs to see if we're live. Like, just go to our settings and then.
Oh yeah.
Go to the URLs. That's the easiest way to do this. I'm gonna stop watching this guy's video, his NFL clips.
Waiting for. Oh wait, that was the YouTube one. Let's go to Facebook.
I'm gonna get water.
We're gonna get a lot of old people. No offense to anybody that's on here that's old. Well, you probably don't think you're old if you're old. I'm gonna get my mom. She's probably watching right now. Well, any audience is better than no audience, I guess. Command V. Am I live on Facebook?
All right. I'm gonna do our advertising segment really quick.
No, when I typed in the URL,
so
I did not. I went to Google. It went to Google. It went to a Google search.
We don't want that.
I don't think I'm live.
Right.
Let me.
So hold on, Jack. Let me do our segment. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is our advertising segment. If you want to be advertisers, then just make a product that I want to buy, and then I'll buy it, and then I'll just talk about it. This one today, we're brought to you by Embrava water bottles. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the best water bottle I have ever used in my entire life. I used to have a shitty water bottle, and it made my life actively worse. But then I bought this water bottle, and my life is actively better. So if you want to have a better life, get Embrava water bottles. Boom.
Go live. Oh. Go live. I'm doing it on Facebook. I'm doing it on Facebook.
Okay.
Oh. We're live.
Thank God.
Wait. Let me check my poll. Activate poll. Activate poll. Oh, dude, the poll's active. I'm live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. The whole world can see us. Everybody in the entire world. Can you hear us live now? Yes or no? Well, yes, I can. I voted on the poll.
Wow.
Reno, we have
already got one vote.
It's 100%. Yes.
Dude.
We can hear you. Dude. We're live. It's 100%.
Wait, are there any comments about us? Are there any comments in there? Wait, look harder. Are there any comments?
I don't know where to see comments.
Wait, send me a link so I can look at the comments too.
Dude, why don't I share my screen again?
Well, I want to get on.
I know, but I think if I share my screen, then you can figure everything out by that.
Just send me the link.
Okay,
I'll send me the actual URL.
To share, and then I'm gonna
put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Ooh, what is this video? Riverside.fm sponsored. How do they know that's what I'm using to stream the podcast? Okay.
Incredible.
Hold on, dude. Okay, finding the link is easier said than it is done.
It's in. Jack, Jesus Christ. It's
live stream.
In the search
there
bar.
It is.
Oh, it's a URL.
And then it's right here. Boom.
There you go. And put it in the chat.
Oh, nobody look at our stream key. Otherwise, you can stream to my Facebook all the time. Uh-oh. Well, why would that be a problem?
Jack, you deleted the URL.
Oh, no, I didn't. I fixed it. I texted it to you.
Dude, we can just put it in the chat. Jack, I need it to be in the chat. I can't do anything.
Oh, okay, I get it. Wait. You want it in the chat right here.
Oh my God. All right, Jack. I think I figured out the common denominator as to why it's been so hard to live stream.
Yeah, it's me.
God
damn. What do you think?
Wow. How do we get to the website that we stream to? Well, the site can't even be reached. Jack, you sent me the wrong link. It says the site can't be reached.
I sent you the link that it's working from. I'll send you this link. This is producer link. Go to facebook.com and search me, and you'll see the link. That's what you should do.
Oh my God, Jack.
Reno, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Walk me through it. You can see my screen. Tell me what to do next. Tell me. You're in control.
I can't. No, Jack. I don't want any part of.
Here's the poll. Can you hear us live now? Reno, 100% of the voters said yes, they can hear us live now. 100%.
All right.
Nobody said no.
I was trying to do literally I'm trying to do literally one funny fucking thing, and I'm committing to it. Oh my god, Facebook. It's like, oh, you haven't been here in a while. Do you want a tutorial of how to use our website? No. No, I never did. I never will. Okay, here we go.
How do I know how many people are watching me?
I'm going to go to your website.
If you are here watching us, we've been live for 4 minutes. And I just want to say, whatever your Saturday morning is, however it's going, it's about to get better if you're here live. And it's about to get better every time we're live. I don't know when we're going to be live because we can't keep a consistent schedule because we're the worst. But it's going to get better. When we're live, you just be happy. You're here. You're on the front end of the best thing that's ever existed. That's what you're doing if you're here live right now. And grab your Saturday morning mimosas and take a sip with me right now. That's good.
A simultaneous sip?
No, that's a Scott Adams deal. I can't steal it entirely. We're the Saturday morning mimosas. This is truly in champagne.
Let's get things started. No, there you go.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
That's from Champagne, France.
And I think we're still live.
That's from Champagne.
Somebody's watching us. Maybe. Maybe not. Mm-hmm. Live. Go live now. I think I can do YouTube too, really easily. Live.
All right, Jack, let's start this off. What have you been up to?
Reno. I have a whiteboard that I'm going to draw on immediately.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you about the best ideas I've ever had in my entire life.
Immediately, if not sooner.
Okay, gotta look out for my mic cord. If my mic gets unplugged, I apologize. Okay, we gotta make sure we can see the whole whiteboard here. Okay, you can see my reflection in it, whole deal. Okay, this is what we call a Venn diagram. I'm gonna show you a secret to life that you didn't know was a secret, but you're going to be blown away by this. Here's a Venn diagram. Ready? It kind of looks like boobs. Venn diagrams look like boobs. There's the nipples. But that's not the point.
Mm-hmm.
Things I like.
Uh-huh.
I like.
Is there going to be any room in that circle for things you like?
Things other people like.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is where I live.
Mm-hmm.
When I have fun. Okay, ready? This is the center. This is really the center.
Mm-hmm.
Me having fun.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole world. Is it mirrored for you?
No, that's right.
Yeah, okay, because it's mirrored on my screen.
Yeah. No, but it's right on mine.
Things I like, things other people like, having fun is in the middle of the Venn diagram. Everybody likes it when you have fun. This isn't, you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel bad about it. You just go out in the world and you have fun. Guess what? It's contagious. Yep. Fun is contagious. Mm-hmm. So let's put that at the bottom. Let's put that in big capital letters somewhere where you see the whole whiteboard. Fun is contagious.
Yeah.
You can live your whole life. You can make money having fun. That's all you have to. You can just go through the whole life, and all you do is have fun. And you can make your living. You can live your whole world, and everybody wins because it's in the category of what other people like. Mm-hmm. Is me having fun. Everyone, nobody's against that. Nobody goes, "Wow, you should have less fun." Nobody says that. No, you should have more fun, and I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
All of the time. Mm-hmm. That's me having fun. And it's and so you can tell by the Venn diagram that it overlaps.
Yeah.
There's a centerpiece.
Uh-huh. I like that a lot.
It's that simple. It looks like it's a huge thought. It's that fucking simple. And this applies to everybody.
Yeah.
Instead of me, pretend it's you, and you go, me having fun in the middle, and that's you, but you're the me in the hypothetical scenario. It's true for everybody. Well, unless you're like a torturer, and then it's not fun for everybody. But for most people, their fun makes other people's life fun.
Dude, here's the thing I found, and what I've been trying to do more is, like when you talk about like you having fun, like you really enjoy when other people are having fun. What I realized is that in so many situations, other people are like, they really want someone else to have, like, they want someone else to start the fun. They're like looking for the people having the fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you go to like a party, like here's an instance. The reason I don't go to big dance clubs and I don't go to like really big bumping bars is because everyone there is looking for the fun and they can't find it, so they get really hammered. But for me, I'm like, well, let me do what I really enjoy, which is going and just hanging out with friends at a table at a bar and just talking that way. And that's really fun. And what I found is that people just want energy. People need energy. That's what they want. And so if you're the guy with the energy in any situation, they love you. They're like, yes, thank you. Someone's bringing the fucking energy.
Timeline. Me approaching strangers. 2.
Looks like you kind of gave up on the end of the words there.
I'll do that again.
Is that ancient Greek or Mesopotamian? I can't tell.
Strangers.
Do
they like me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. There's 2 ways it could go. One way, kicked out.
Out of what?
Embarrassing of the group. Embarrassing. Not really. Embarrassing! Exclamation point. I am invited to stay. Okay, can you read that? I know it's really bad.
No, but I know you're writing.
This says.
It's also just not entirely on the screen. But
I think it's entirely on the screen.
No, I mean I'm watching the screen and
I can see the screen.
It's cut off at the bottom.
Okay, well.
All right, watch it later. Tell me I'm wrong. There we go.
Now is it better? Okay, can you see the whole screen thing?
Now it's better. Yeah.
Okay, it's mirrored, and my handwriting's bad, so I can't fucking read it. I can barely read it straight. This says 2 embarrassing, and then there's 2 things. This is a category, and this is a category. I'm the worst drawer. That's not important. The idea is still good.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter what I write. What the difference is? Are you more? The other people, when you go talk to them, they're going to decide: is it more fun with you there or with you away? And they don't decide it on purpose. They decide it like intuitively. But after a while, after everybody I talk to, they usually decide, God, it's more fun if Jack's here. Because you know why? Because we go back to the previous Venn diagram. There's no undo button. I can't rewind. But when I have fun, others fun, it's not really like that. It's really just a circle because it's all overlap. So, of course, I'm a value add. Are you a value add or are you a value taker? Do you add value or do you take value? Do you... All right, we can do this better. Add value.
But yeah, complete the Y's got to connect. Touch that tail and the U there.
You take value.
There you go. Here, connect that U. That first U, it's going to look dope as shit when that tail touches the.
Okay, it's hard to write with the chair and the thing, and it spins in circles. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? This is a good idea, but wait until I spin it in a full circle. And now it feels like a better idea. Whoa!
Oh God!
Whoa! Yeah,
dude, that's crazy.
Who's watching this live?
Oh, geez. Well, let me try. Dude, did you get this from the Rosetta Stone? Is this a mixture of Greek and ancient Egyptian?
This is called
Dude.
we saw just by the way, 100% of people can hear us live, so suck my nuts.
Okay, dude. You want to have an imaginary scenario? A funny scenario is one day the whole human race is eliminated and everything's gone and aliens come in. They come in, they go, if there was an ancient society here. They don't understand the language, but the first thing they find is a petrified whiteboard with your scribblings on it. And they go, oh my God, what language is this? And they try to replicate, like they take your writing as like the gold standard. And they go, this is how they wrote. And that would be the only thing, that'll be the first thing they find. Amongst the nuclear waste and the rubble of the world is that whiteboard in pristine petrified collection. Yeah. So, but I would like to continue ripping on your point here of adding value. So, I think this is huge, and I think this is a huge point, and it was a huge turning point for my life was when I decided to these things, and the thing I'm going to say hopefully sounds simple, but again, it comes from like it took me a long fucking time to figure it out. But basically, if I just spend my whole life being in this, trying to have the most fun as possible, it makes everyone happier. Like the world is happier when I am trying to actively add energy and be happy. So like in a situation where like if I'm ever in a situation and I'm over at a friend's place and we're just sitting there drinking and it's kind of quiet and maybe it's not a lot of fun. I just think, what would be fun right now? And I go, dude, guys, we should play Codenames, which is an outstanding board game. Which first I played with you, and then now we're all addicted to it here. All my friends in Austin. But like, guys, we should play Codenames. Like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. It was literally just, and the whole concept behind that was just like, yeah, I just want to have fun. And let me expand on one point to that, so this doesn't sound completely crazy. Well, not crazy, but like there's some validity behind this. Is that what I used to do was just sit there and wait for the fun. And I go, well, I don't want to suggest Codenames because I want to play that, but I don't know if other people want to play it. And I don't want to suggest something, and then other people don't want to do it. Dude, exactly. And you suggest that. Yeah, well, it's a fun thing. And also be okay if people don't want to do that. Because then you can suggest another thing. And it's just,
dude, there's no limit to ideas. I am so fucking chock full of ideas and thoughts. I decided I'm going to share all of them. Yeah. 90% of them are going to be just the dumbest thing anybody ever heard. But that 10% that's right, people are going to go, God, Jack, you've said a lot of bullshit, but that one was pretty good. And I live for that moment where people go, God, that, for all the bullshit you've said, that one was pretty good. That's right. You don't get it without, because I don't know the difference between the bullshit and what's good. Other people have to decide. I'll just put it out there in the world, and then everybody else decide. It's like this Facebook live stream. Why is nobody voting on my poll? Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do create poll. Oh, 100%. 2 people voted now. 2 people voted.
Look at the comments.
Let's ask, who was... I'll live stream this. This is funnier. Fuck it. I don't need that poll.
Dude, look at the comments. Look at the comments.
Wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. Let's share my screen for a moment here. We're gonna share screen 2, and we're gonna go to live. How do I go to the comments? Comments. I love you, Jack. Ronnie, fuck yeah, Ronnie. I saw Ronnie last night.
Dude, wait, go to your face. Oh. Hold on. Oh, not the poll. Go to, whatever. You'll find it. Oh, there it is. Hey,
yeah, he's there. Look, he's responding and stuff. It's good. How did I get having so much fun?
I want to see what it looks like.
Dude, Ronnie, I don't know what his Facebook looks like, but he's got some fucking killer hair. He's got this fucking the locks of love right now. I'm gonna tell him that.
Oh, he's got a nice beard right now. I'm a big fan.
You have the best locks of love.
Oh, did he have a birthday recently? Oh no, that's in April. Wait, is his birthday coming up?
Stop responding before I send it.
Birthday in April?
I don't know when Ronnie's birthday is. Ronnie, when is your birthday?
Well, hold on.
When
it's April. I think it's April 17th.
Birthday. I don't need to type it. He can hear it. It's coming up. Look, he can see us. He's watching. Oh my God, Ronnie, we gotta. Well, are you gonna go to the Silver Dollar, or are you gonna go somewhere else? Ronnie's family owns the Silver Dollar, which is the best bar. It's the best bar. There's all the bars in Portland. The best bar is the Silver Dollar, without question.
Yeah. I think we went there like a couple years ago. We went there and we tried their Big Buck Hunter. And the Big Buck Hunter was
Ronnie,
broken.
You guys got to fix the Big Buck Hunter. I don't know. I haven't played in a while, but we got to fix the Big Buck Hunter. I'll be there tonight, working the bar. Hope to see you there. I'm going. We're going to Silver tonight. We got to tell Evan.
Yeah.
Hey, live on Facebook right now.
I'm glad this is working out. All right, okay. Jack, we got to talk about something. We got to talk about something good here. All right. So, what else is it talk about?
Ronnie, here? I appreciate it. I understand that. You guys still do a good job. You're still the best bar in town. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Okay. Leaving the screen sharing. Going away from the chat. Ronnie, we're leaving it. Okay, Reno.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? We're live. This is big. I'm about to drop some news on everybody that's live right now. This is what we talk about on the podcast. Some of you are tuning in live. Yeah. This is new.
Yeah.
I banged a 39-year-old MILF in Scottsdale. Just dropping it. Just dropping the bomb. Just laying it out there, dropping it.
I thought she wasn't a MILF. I thought she didn't have a kid. She does now, though.
She might. No, she doesn't. I hope she doesn't.
Little Jack running around.
Could you imagine that? Let's go through that for a moment. I was like, because we talked about this scenario.
Yeah.
Because she probably wants kids. You know, like you get to the age of 39, you have no kids, like you're running out of time. I think it's just a human thing to want children. So there is a non-zero probability that in 18 years somebody calls me up and says, "Hey, Jack, I'm your child. I wanted to meet my dad."
Yeah.
You know what happened to Steve Jobs?
Wasn't that why he named one of his computers? He named it after that kid.
Yeah, he abandoned it.
Wasn't a part. He
abandoned it. It's just not my kid, but it was his kid.
It was like Lisa. I think it was Lisa. He said, "Oh, that's not." He said, "For sure, Lisa is not my kid. That's not my kid. That's not my kid." And then 10 or just a really long time later, he said it was, and he named the computer after her. I think it was Lisa. Everyone goes, "Oh, after your daughter?" And he goes, "No, she's not my daughter." But you named the second Apple computer ever created after a name of someone that is your daughter's name. Are we supposed to think that's coincidence? Steve Jobs, dude, of people who are legit crazy, that dude is legit crazy. He was actually insane.
He was nuts.
All of our
you know what Niemer said to me? This is our fraternity brother for anybody that's listening, they don't know. He goes, "I would have discounted Jobs." This was a great take on the Steve Jobs. He goes, "I would have discounted Jobs." But he did the Pixar thing. People don't know that. He made Pixar. He gets fired from Apple, and he goes, "You know what I'm going to do? Animation." And then he founded Pixar. The name brand in animation, the best. There is zero bad movies. Pixar. Steve Jobs. Apple. They don't think I'll talk about that because Pixar is nothing compared to Apple. Imagine Pixar being the worst of your successes in life. That's the life I want to live. I want to have a Pixar in my life where it's amazing, but it's worse than something else I did.
Oh, whoa, hold on, check this out.
Oh, yeah.
Look up some history of Pixar and Steve Jobs here. In 1986, well, hold on. It's not, people aren't going to read it. In 1986, Jobs acquired the computer graphics division of Lucasfilms, Ltd., and renamed it Pixar Animation Studios. And he was CEO, remained majority shareholder, 50.1% until the acquisition of until Disney acquired it. Wait, from Lucasfilms, like Star Wars, like George Lucas. So he acquired a division of
so it was before all
Lucas' studio, and then made it Pixar Animation Studio.
But it would have been, but also it would have been after the first few films, right? So like it would have been between the second, between the like 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but think about how smart that is. He goes to a company that's just crushing it. It's probably a top talent. Snags a division of it and goes, I'm gonna just take the best fucking animators and like the best people and just make a studio. You can't not. We have the best people. You can't not create something.
One of my favorite facts about Steve Jobs is that he cried in meetings if he didn't get his way. He would just break down. So he always got his way because everyone just caters to the crying guy.
Yeah.
You just cater to that.
Mm-hmm. Especially when he's the owner of the founder of the company. Dude, you know what he would do? You know what he would do is when engineers. One of my favorite facts of Steve Jobs here, now we're on that, is so often engineers are part of his like Black Ops division, the ones who like they're the ones that made the touch screen, they made the first iPhone, they made Siri, all this stuff, like all the crazy innovations. The Black Ops team did it, and he would go and meet with the Black Ops team, and he said anytime that someone said they couldn't do something, like he's like, I want this crazy thing. He's like, I want 3 fucking cameras or whatever. He's like, I want it to do the touch sensor in the button, bam. And they look at him and they go, that's like impossible. We can't do that. And he would just look at him and he would just go, I believe in you. And then he would just walk away.
People discredit Jobs because he wasn't a great coder, right? Like he did not know the hands-on things. But what he had a great grasp of what was possible with technology. He was a visionary. Like he understood technology well enough to understand what was possible. A lot of people that run the tech, they don't even conceptualize what could be because of the tech. That was Steve Jobs. Dude, he goes, hey, we've got computers, we've got phones. We're going to just do neither of those. We're going to make the tablet. We're going to just make a big fucking touchscreen. And everybody's going to want it. And everybody goes, well, this doesn't exist. It's not a thing. And now it exists. I have an iPad. I think it's not next to me, but it's just I use it. My aunt and uncle, they use the iPad instead of their phone. Or sorry, instead of a laptop, they use the iPad. He just goes, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the iPhone, but we're gonna make it bigger and it's gonna be a touchscreen. And they go, I don't know. No, it's gonna work. And then it worked. And then everybody made a tablet. Now everybody, and then none of the tablets worked. The only tablet that still exists is the iPad because it's the only tablet that's worth your fucking money. It's just like, holy fuck, dude. You can see the goddamn future. And create it. You can create the future.
Dude, I think that's exactly what he did. And I think what's crazy, too, is I think something that led to a lot of their success was how he wanted beauty to be in every single device, even inside and out. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that sometimes people discredit that. But I buy a lot of things because they're pretty. Like the phone, like the iPhones, it's just everything about it's just pretty. It's just pleasant. And that was a big differentiator because Microsoft actually came out with a tablet before the iPad.
Oh, that's news to me. I didn't know that.
You know what it looked like?
Was it bad?
A turd. It looked terrible. It was bad. It worked. It worked fine, but it looked awful. Dude, it was like this fucking thick. It was like this just giant hissing machine, and it was touchscreen, and it was a tablet. And Bill Gates was like, check this shit out. Nothing, no one sold, and in fact, people said, obviously that's a terrible idea. No one wants that. No one wants a giant touchscreen computer. They said that, and Steve Jobs goes, no, they just fucked it up. Microsoft, the biggest IT company in the world. He goes, no. They just fucked it up. We're going to do it right. And so he made the iPad, and people pissed their pants.
I think I've talked about Paul Graham before. I don't know if he's the founder of Y Combinator, but he's a huge player in the I know less about Paul Graham than I should know to talk about him. But so Y Combinator is this big startup coalition, right? So I think both DoorDash and Uber came from Y Combinator. It's a huge deal. Like it's fucking amazing. And it's just basically a building where people get together with startups, and then they just have all their startups together. So he's also like an angel investor and, VC and the whole deal. But he writes essays, and he writes them regularly, and they're amazing. And one of the things he did was he wrote about conventional-minded people versus independent-minded people. And he talks about how, but all of it through the lens of what makes a startup work. That's every single essay is kind of from his worldview, which is entirely thinking about how do startups work and how can I make them function, right? So he writes this essay about conventional and independent-minded people, but it's tailored around this startup world. And what he talks about, he goes, the best startups and the best company ideas are not usually the best idea or the most simple creative idea. They're usually an idea that the founder thinks can work and everybody disagrees with. Everybody else goes, no, that can't work. And he goes, those are the companies that make the money. And that's what the iPad is. Everybody goes, no, that can't work. But Steve Jobs goes, no, yeah, it can and it will. And those are the people that are able to not only create this product where everybody disagrees with them that it will ever exist in the world, but then just keep pushing until it actually becomes true. That doesn't mean every bad idea is actually a good idea. Some ideas are just bad ideas. But these visionaries are so in tune with the tastes of the world and their own tastes that they're able to look past an unbelievable amount of criticism, because the best ideas are obvious, right? And they're and so if you have a really obvious idea and it's not, and you go, this should work, and you go, well, this has been obvious for a long time, it means a lot of people before you have had this obvious idea. So the likelihood is the reason it doesn't exist is because it doesn't work, because it's an obvious idea. When you have a not obvious idea and people disagree, it has a lot of times a better chance. And that was his point in this essay. But it's what a different perspective when you have your ideas. You go, fuck, maybe I'm crazy, but maybe I'm not. How do you know the difference?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great point. Dude, I think that's a great point. I remember reading, you sent me his blog and that whole thing about thinking for yourself, or thinking independently or kind of with everyone else. I've been thinking about that a lot, and I like the idea of a vision. Of you have a vision and you want to make it a reality. Everybody has a vision of something they want to make into reality, And I think that the way that you make that true is you help other people see that vision. Because you can't do it on your own. Steve Jobs couldn't have created Apple. He needed engineers. Steve Wozniak, he needed Black Ops teams.
What is this Black Ops team? You keep talking about this Black Ops thing. I don't know what that is at all. I kind of describe it. Okay.
Well, let me finish my point. But I think that that's what a big attribute of him, and a big attribute of Jeff Bezos is too, is they have a vision and they're basically not going to stop till they get there. And the reason that they're successful is they get so many people to help them because they can help those people see that vision. And that's been a big turning point for me in terms of getting help and getting people inspired and behind an idea. It's help them. If you're fired up about something you see, and I'm dude, I see so much here. For you, be Bitcoin. I see so much here. I'm so fired up. And people are kind of wet towels about it. Well, they don't see it yet. They don't see your vision. So you got to help them see it. And if they're seeing it, they're going to be as fired up as you are. And you don't have to persuade them of anything because they see how badass it is. So really, all you're trying to do is help them see what you're seeing, and that vision.
I've made a lot of money
will get them on
Bitcoin.
Board. So. That's what you're telling me. You got 5x
more
or
than
whatever.
That. Dude, I've been on Bitcoin since 2015. I don't know why I thought this is a great idea. I didn't realize how undervalued it was. It's still undervalued. At 50K, Bitcoin's undervalued for what it is. Just by the way, any listeners, undervalued. That's my opinion. Do not blame me for bad investment advice if it goes south, because I don't know shit. But it's fucking undervalued.
Yeah.
For what the tech is.
Yeah.
If Bitcoin correct valuation is closer to $10 million.
It could be. I don't know.
That's what I think the correct valuation is. If Bitcoin is less than $10 million, I want to buy it.
And so what's that based on? Yeah. How do you guess that?
Gut feeling.
How do you guess that amount? I'm curious. Okay.
No science. This is the number that I feel is correct. There's some, like there's some, like the market cap at 10 million is about the market cap that matches the, like, how many US dollars are in circulation. And I think that it should at least match that in terms of its, like, tech. So that's about where 10 million is. So that is the logic. So there is logic.
Oh.
Yeah, but it more or less is, right? Like, that's like a big... No.
You go, here, Jack, here's what I just heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, I just a gut feeling. I have nothing to back it up. I mean, I guess I do have this, like, really specific number derived from this
really
constant,
specific number. But guess what? It's less persuasive. When I tell people all the thought, it's less persuasive than the gut feeling idea. So why would I tell everybody all the thought? I went through a lot of thought. I was like, okay, this is it. I sat down, I did the numbers. I was like, what could this be? $10 million. That's about. I think that's the correct number for Bitcoin to be valuated at.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah. Doesn't make good conversation to dive into that. You know what it does is gut feeling.
No.
And I don't care. I don't care if anyone else
people buys. Who are already on board.
I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. But I share my fun with the world.
Yeah. Dude, you know what the fact the logic is good for those facts? That's good for people who want to be cemented into it. If they're like, yeah, I'm on board with Bitcoin. And then you tell them that fact.
I know.
I'm fucking locked in now that I got some logic. You know what I mean? Because people, they want to be on board with your energy and your vision. And once they see the vision, they're on board with it. And then if they have like a reason, just like literally any reason at all, they're like, oh, perfect, I'm cemented in. That's like how people get influenced in every way ever. They get some emotional pull. And they're like, oh, yeah, I see it. And then they get one fucking fact, and then they go, locked in.
Let's check our Facebook comments. Who we got? Jack. Who's on Jack's shirt? Life-changing news. Kelsong!
Oh,
my God. Who's on Jack's shirt? The guy at the thrift store. The guy that donated his shirt to the thrift store. That's who. No, dude, this is my brother's shirt. I totally stole it from his drawer. But the guy just liked it. Dude, I fell asleep in these clothes drunk yesterday, and I woke up in them. But it was a good outfit, so I kept wearing it.
Yeah.
And I woke up, and my hair was fine. I didn't have to wear a hat. I wear a hat all last night. Why do these things work out? I don't know, but they do, and I don't question them. I roll with them. My hair should be a fucked up mess, but I woke up this morning, and it was just great. I go, I'm just rolling with this, baby. We're not questioning the good news. We're going with it.
Yeah.
It's like gut feeling versus facts. What's the difference?
Dude, okay. Yeah. Dude.
I got a pivot. I'm ready.
All right, are you ready for a pivot? I got a road for us. I have a string for us. A conversational string. Okay. I believe the future of entertainment lies within virtual reality. That's my claim.
All right.
And I want
it. I want the claim. I want the position, because that's a thought-provoking statement.
All right. I know. So I recently bought an Oculus Quest 2.
Right.
That's hands down. That Oculus Quest 2. Dude, no, I'm never touching that shit. Because I know it's gonna be good.
I'd just be just the porn. I'd be banging eight women.
I know.
I'd be looking around.
Literally, dude, Jack. If I if I had a whiteboard right now and I said how, and I had some sort of pie chart and it said, "What does Jack ask about when I mentioned VR?" It would be 100%.
Yeah,
that would be the only thing you ever mentioned.
What else?
So many facets of this thing.
Tell me what else people do with it. My mind is very limited.
Jack, that'd be like if I invented a movie theater. I think if I invented a movie theater, I'm like, yeah,
on a big screen.
Like, just
that would
be
anything. No, I'm really limited in my thinking because of the sex thing, and it's kind of biological. It's not really my fault. It's kind of biological. Please, please stop.
Well, you're a piece of shit, but we all know that
limited belief right now.
Okay, right. Okay, so virtual reality. So about the Quest 2, it's $300 for the intro thing. This is going to change the game because it's so cheap and it works so well, and you don't need a computer. It's all self-sustaining. It's all in one thing. Dude, every single time someone puts that on, it's a game changer. They flip out because you can transport to a new world, and when you consume media through VR, it affects your brain and your senses differently. You feel like you're there. Like I played a game where I walked off a plank off of like a giant skyscraper and I fell, and it was the trippiest thing ever. Like I literally was falling and my gut like went up in my stomach. Like, you know that falling feeling? I had that. And then I just hit the ground and I was like, oh! Dude, it's good. And so here's what I think the future is. Because with VR, you can feel like you're there. You have a different interaction with the movie. So I had this idea, and I'm putting this out there on a platform because I won't do it, but I want it to be reality. What if there was a movie, and they start out short segments, where you are seeing from the perspective, or like 360 camera, like chest cam or something, of a character in a movie. And you can flip, and you see it, like you're there as the person, or you're just looking around. You can see the person, you can see everything around you. You're there in the movie. And you can change perspectives. So if you're watching Star Wars, you can follow Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan goes to, in Attack of the Clones. He goes to whatever planet that was, and he sees the clones. Anakin is on Naboo, all right? He's on a different planet. So, and in the movie, they put clips together. But in the VR world, there can be a 3-hour movie following each character.
Oh, fuck, dude.
And so you can watch the movie multiple times.
Dude, we should make different VR movie.
Right?
Reno, I will fly.
I'm telling you,
I will book tickets to Austin tomorrow. If
we
should buy a 360 camera, 360-degree camera, and we should make, because nobody's done this. You just had a unique idea that nobody's done. Let's get a 360-degree camera and let's film the first VR movie. I'll fucking buy a ticket to Austin and I'll fly there. I'll be there tomorrow.
Dude,
Reno, I would do that.
Dude, Jack. If you wanted to do that and you were actually fired up about it, I would do it. Because here's what we could do. Here's the first idea here. Here's the first kind of movie. Is a mystery, right? And in the movie, you don't know, like if you watch the standard movie from one perspective, you don't know what happened. But then so from my perspective, you're like, oh, what happened? Like, that was crazy in this situation. But then, you know like 40% of the story. So then you watch perspective, this other character. And then you go, oh, well, he was there at the boat. And then he saw that, and that's why the plane, the little RC plane crashed into the car. And you're like, what? And then you can flip to the car driver's perspective. And you can see, but you get to choose when to change perspective. The movie doesn't do it for you. So if me and you were watching the same movie, we could be discovering different things about the movie at the same exact time because of what characters we decided to follow.
If I flew in on Monday,
think about that.
We make a VR this movie this week. I can fly out Sunday. It's $142 round trip. Can I sleep on your couch? I will go there. I have no reason to be here or there. There's no reason I am tied to anywhere. I can occupy myself during all the hours you're busy. I can occupy myself.
If the VR
I can rent a car, or I can use your car. How much is it? How much is a 360-degree camera?
All right.
But regardless, can I come visit this week? It's $140 for hang out this week. All right, I'm buying some tickets. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, do it, dude. So my schedule is the same every day. So my Mondays are basically, dude. I would count me out.
Free. Let's go to American. Let's check out American. I will book it later. But
to give you perspective, I'm out.
Yeah, Reno. Do you think I cannot occupy myself?
From 5 a.m.
I'm
to
gonna
5:30 p.m.
Reno, I'm gonna leave your place. I'm not gonna bug you during work. I'm gonna go hang out in Austin and discover that.
No, I know but I'm telling you, what I'm trying to communicate to you, because I know you are. I know you're gonna have your own fun, fat-ass time. But I don't have a full afternoon. Like from 4 o'clock to midnight is not my available time. I have a couple things I do. Okay, cool.
Your time is your time, baby. When we got free, we can schedule it. I got a lot of free time right now. I won't always have free time in my life. This is a rare thing where I'm going to have this much free time. I plan to use every second of it to take it to my advantage. I think I'm going to fly. All right. We should talk about this after the pod, but I might fly to Austin in 2 days. And I'll bum it on your couch. That would be a good time. Because if I'm thinking about moving to Austin, I want to spend a week there before I go. So, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Texas is back, baby. No mask, no restrictions.
Dude, you know what I love is the two takes. Some people say, "Oh my fucking God, what is Texas doing?" And other people go, "Oh my God, what is everybody else doing?" Why do we have two different opinions? I think the correct opinion is let everybody be free. You know what I like? More than I am afraid of death, I like freedom. I don't care if half the fucking people die. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You can control your own destiny. I live in that world. Let me be free. If I want to die tomorrow, I can go fucking shoot myself in the head. That's the freedom I believe in. I want freedom. I want freedom. Look, I know there's a disease. I can stay at home if I'm scared.
Yeah.
But I want the option to go out if I'm not scared.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want options. Freedom.
Yeah. I agree. Dude, listen, I'm in Texas and I have loved it the whole time. How they've run it. They're where Texas is one of the first states that start increasing the limit of how many people can be in a building and all this stuff. And then Abbott just goes, boom, baby. That's Governor Abbott. That's the governor of Texas. He goes, boom, baby. Texas is back. Instagram was lighting up with memes. I was loving it. Texas is back. The pandemic is, people are going to, who cares? It's my opinion. People can get mad, whatever. The pandemic is over in Texas.
That is the best. I don't know if you read that somewhere or said it. That is the best Reno thought. You know the other good one? Fuck, I actually said it yesterday. It was a Reno original. What was it? It was you've had a few originals that I live by, right? And the other one was I can't remember what it was, but I live by it. I don't remember. But when it's relevant, I think about it. Like, Reno said this, and he was right. But that's so correct. The pandemic's over. The disease still exists, but it's over. Now it's your choice.
For all of you,
it was the government's choice. Now it's your choice.
Yep. Exactly. It's your choice. Now COVID lies. COVID lies in the same category as every other contagious disease now.
Here's an issue of a good thing that goes too far. Is everybody's concerned about everybody else. Stop doing that. Worry about you. Me, I'm not afraid of the pandemic because we just found out from the WAPO, Washington Post, that it's a fat-demic. It's the fat people. It's like 90% of the people that died, they're fat. So if you're not fat, there's no pandemic. You're just not going to die. It's like fat people.
So Jack, hold on. Listen, you're telling me, this is a hot take, that unhealthy people with pre-existing conditions and very old people.
I know. So if you're in good shape and you're healthy, no risk. There's no pandemic. There's nothing to fear. You might die, but there's a lot of things you might die from. You might die driving down the road. I don't know. I'm not going to... Look, I'm okay. If I died today, I lived a good life. I'm happy. I put in some insurance so my siblings can have some money. Like, boom, done. It's just like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm a positive presence in the world, but like, if it ended, I'm not gonna live my life so it doesn't end. It's gonna end.
Right. Yeah. I think in general, I know two people specifically that are going to spiral when they.
Yeah, I'm not Facebook friends with you.
I'm confident on if I have a sit down conversation with anybody, we can see each other. Well, these are people that you also know, but I think in general, people are too concerned with death.
Everybody gets a turn.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you agree with this. And so to expand on that point, people are really concerned about not dying, and they're really concerned about other people not dying. And that is a really good thing. There's a really good thing, and it has to be this. But there's a balance to it. There's a balance. And I think because the United States, our medical system is so good, and because we have so many good systems to keep people alive and keep people healthy, and all these things exist, that we have this thought now of like people can kind of live forever. You could save anyone from any illness, and there's a model of living life now with modern medicine and modern education. Most people can live like a really long fucking time, possibly forever, eventually, maybe forever. And so people are like obsessed with it, but I don't think we need to be obsessed with it. And I think the fear of death is good to have. I think that there are uses for it, and you can't not have it at all, because there are people who don't have that, and they don't live very fucking long. Shocker. So there's a balance to it, and I think that people are too balanced on the side of, save every single person and save yourself and try to live as long as possible.
And
my second point to this, before I shut up, I'm talking a long time.
Don't bad. Reno,
is how annoyed,
talk forever.
How annoyed, dude. I just know that you're ready to get in here, and I want to just let you know there's an end in sight. Okay, cool. Dude, I get so annoyed when people are so obsessed with this made-up we, or these made-up other people. Oh, Reno, you can't say that. Other people will get annoyed. Reno, you can't go over there. Other people have decided that's not allowed. Reno, you can't do these, like the pandemic, it's a really big deal. You can't, you got to order all your groceries to go right to your door because you might hurt other people. Other people are dying. Dude, shut the fuck up. Who are the other people that you're fucking talking about? These statistics? Dude, the other statistics that you have never talked about in your fucking life except now? Have you been not aware? You know that pneumonia used to kill half the fucking people in the world. Anyway, so that's not my second. That was the tertiary point. My secondary point is stop being obsessed with these other people, because the other people are you. But have the balls to tell me that you don't like what I'm doing. Shut up. Other people won't like it. You don't like it.
Nut up
that's
or
the clip.
Shut
that's
up.
The viral clip right there, baby.
Right there for your girl. You can have a pussy and you can still nut up.
Dude,
it's the same thing. Makes sense.
Listen, pussy up or shut up, all right? Dude, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I think it's important, and this is a point that you had said a long time ago that I really liked. Sometimes you need to own your thought, and you need to say it, even if you know it's controversial, because you need to know if it's a dumb shit idea, or it's like you shouldn't be offended for that reason. If you're offended, you need to say it. You need to say it. You go, oh, I'm offended by this. You need to say it. Because if you say it, you gotta test it. Listen, you gotta go out there and you gotta say, I'm offended for this reason, and like specifically what you said, and then have that conversation. And then maybe they're receptive to it. And they go, you know what, you're right. I could say that a different way. Or they'll go, dude, are you serious? You're offended by that? Oh my God, get over yourself. And then you go, yeah, you're right. Okay. I had to say it though. But yeah, you're right. I should get over that. You gotta be ready for that situation. Don't bring in other people into this. Other people don't like that. Dude, you don't like that. Say it. Own your thoughts and who you are. Let it come out. And be okay with a little bit of a little argument or something. Because after that, it's gonna be so much better than this hidden resentment and you hiding behind this other people you invented.
Okay, so you know the saying, it's either a good time or a good story, which I love, right? It's been like a life motto of mine. It really helps you just overcome things you're afraid of. You go, either this is going to go well or it's going to be a good story. Here's an even more simple way to put it. It either goes well or it's funny. That's the dichotomy. And then when things don't, when you say something that doesn't land, but you think it's funny, everybody else then thinks it's funny too. Like I'll say something like, well, fuck, dude, I pushed this group of 4 girls, just smoking hot girls a few weeks ago. And I walked up and I crashed and burned. You know, like, I don't know if you know much about water skiing if you've ever been. But if you're trying to get up on one ski, which I've done successfully, I'm not a very good skier, but I've gotten up. But for a while, if you're not on a good boat, you just fucking eat water. Like you're holding the ski there, like in front of you. I'll get in the position right now. We can back up. You're holding the ski in front of you, and you're like this, and you're just getting fucking waterboarded, dude, for like a long time. Like it can be like 15, 20, 30 seconds if you're not a good boat. And you just fucking hold, you keep tight, and you just like get yourself up, right? So that was like me with these 4 girls, where I'm just crashing and burning. Nothing about me they like. They don't want me there, and I'm just holding up that ski. Like I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna sit on the ski, and then once you're up, you're cruising. It's just the boat does all the work after you're up. You're done. So I'm just there. I'm just eating fucking shit for a while, and I'm talking to I kind of starts talking to one specific girl because a good strategy is to if you're talking to people and you're trying to get people you comedians do this, you target a specific person, you start talking to them. So I'm talking to one of those girls, and I overhear. I thought I hear the comment. They go, "I think that guy's gay," and I turn to her and I go, "You're gay." I said, "You're gay." I thought it would be funny. I don't know. And they all stopped. And they looked at me. They're like, you need to leave. You need to leave. And I go, okay, I know that sounded bad.
So fucked.
I know I just called you gay because she didn't say anything about me. She wasn't even talking about me. It was just my own delusions. I go, okay, I know that sounded bad, but you guys need to understand. I thought she called me gay. Well, what's the appropriate response? Well, you're gay. There's no issue with gay people. Fuck, dude, I might be gay. I don't know. Maybe. I never. I don't know. Yeah, I could be.
I know you're an enormous.
I don't think you know it. You're a closet homophobe. I think you deny it so hard that you don't even know it. That could be me. I love gay people. I think that everyone should be able to have sex with anyone they want. I go, you're gay. They didn't know that. They didn't know that that I like the gay people so much. So fucking. I pull up a chair and I sit down with them. I go, okay, let me explain. Guess what? All 4 of them came to our after party. They loved me. They loved me. I fucked it up worse than you could imagine. I just go, nah, I'm just eating shit. I'm still on the ski. I'm trying to get up. And then we got up, baby. We stood. I did have some reinforcements come in, and we had some friends that saw me, and I'd been there long enough. They go, okay, well, he must be going kind of well. They haven't actively kicked him out at this point. And then everybody else showed up, and they go, okay, this guy's got friends. He's normal. He's just not he's not a total weirdo, which I am, and they found that out later. But
I think that probably helped you because they figured out, he's not one of those solos.
But it's hard because it's a gut thing. Where I go, it's just a gut feeling. I always just explain it in the worst possible scenario, and then whatever circumstances come, make my situation better. Make circumstances work for me. So, when everybody else showed up, when I told them, because I think they asked me if I had friends, and I think I was like, nah, I just here by myself. I'm a weirdo. I hang out on my own. And then when everybody else showed up, and they go, oh, this guy's funny. He's not a weirdo. He's funny. They don't go oh, he's a liar. That's not the jump. They don't go from, because I lied, right? I actively lied. I said I was alone, right? But I lied to make myself worse. But then when everybody else showed up, they don't go, he's a liar. They go, oh, he's funny. Because it was funny. Because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was so fucking funny. I thought I was just
Yeah. I think the best thing you did, the best thing you did was double down. You doubled, tripled, quadrupled down is what you did. And that's what you got to do, dude. You got to. I mean, if anyone wants to see,
oh my god, my inspiration,
look at Norm Macdonald. That dude.
No.
He never gives up on a joke, even if it goes well. Even if it just slams one-liner, he doubles down, makes it weird by doubling down, and then sets Keppel down to bring it funny again. Like even if he's funny, but it doesn't go awkward, but to make it awkward to be able to come back out of it.
But it's funny. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. It's just funny.
Dude,
you're not a liar. You're funny. That's the difference. What is the difference?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it exists. That is like a thing. You can lie as much as you want, as long as it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you do with that knowledge? That's just a true thing. If you don't realize that, you haven't woken up to the universe yet. Yeah, as long as
you can lie as much as you want.
And not even the attention. If you intend to be funny and you lie, but it's not funny, it doesn't work. If it's funny, you can lie as much as you want. If it's actually funny. And funny, I think, is like an objective thing, right? Like, everybody thinks... There's certain people that don't get humor, and then they're just kind of squares. But there's a reason a room full of people get together and laugh, and there's a reason an entire room laughs together. It's because funny is kind of objective. It's not a subjective thing. It's pretty objective. I don't understand the science behind it. It's like fucking Jerry Seinfeld book, Is This Anything? I don't know. I just say things. Sometimes they're funny, and sometimes not. And I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
And that's the premise of his book.
Yeah. So the objective versus subjective thing is actually, I read that, I tried to finish this one, it was like a lecture series about funny, like where these scientists try to break down what humor is, and they had a definition of a joke. Like, they had a definition of it, and what funny was. Dude, it was like really hard to understand.
You can't explain it in words.
It didn't even make sense. Like, they tried to say, like, it's really hard to define what a joke or what a funny thing is. Because it also depends on the person and their background. Like, for instance, I'll tell you a quick story that I had heard on Joe Rogan's podcast with Anthony Jeselnik. Anthony Jeselnik had gone to 2 stand-up sets with Jerry Seinfeld, bringing him back. And he went to one that he said was all, is Gentiles, that's like Jewish people.
I like it when girls are Gentile with my balls.
Yeah, there we go. It's.
I also like when they're aggressive with my balls too. It depends. They just can't squeeze it too much.
All right. Well, anyway, I can't figure what it is. Anyway, he went to a show. He went to a show where. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, basically, he went to 2 different shows, and he went to one that I guess was like the audience was mostly Jewish folks, and so he was telling jokes that I guess just kill in front of Jewish folks. And Anthony Jeselnik, he was like, it was weird because I went to see Jerry Seinfeld and he was just not funny at all. He was like, I was getting angry at how not funny he was, but people were like loving it. And he goes, what's going on? And then he goes to another show where Jerry Seinfeld has like a mixed background audience, but his jokes were completely different, and those people just loved it. And so humor, and then Anthony Jeselnik also goes, oh, that's the funny Jerry Seinfeld I know.
Yeah.
But Jerry Seinfeld had changed his jokes to according to the background of his audience. And so I think there's an element of background to people that make them like a certain comedian more because they can relate with. Because some jokes, if you can explain any joke, but that kills it. But if you have a same background as the joke teller, their jokes are just kind of funny.
Yeah,
and you can see how their mentality works. You kind of.
What do you think about this? Tell me if you agree or disagree with this statement.
There's an element of that.
I think this is a good way to go through the world. Is if I don't get a joke, or if like a group of people laugh at something that's funny, my default assumption is not that it's. I don't assume whatever happened is not funny. I assume I don't get it. Like, I assume I'm not on the end. So whenever a group of people laugh at something and I don't laugh or think it's not funny, my default assumption is I don't get it. Because it's obviously funny. The only requirement for something to be funny is that somebody laughs at it. That's it. That's what funny is. Did somebody think it was funny? That's what makes it funny. So if everybody else thinks it's funny and I don't think it's funny, it's still funny. So my default assumption when I go through the world and I watch people laugh at things and I go, wow, I didn't think that was funny. I don't go, wow, I get humor and they don't. I go, no, I'm out of this joke. No, I'm the lesser in this crowd. And then, you know what? It makes you appreciate the world so much more.
Yeah, you don't understand
because you go, fuck, there's another realm of humor I can learn about. I fucking love humor. I want humor to be... if I could do business deals and all it was joking and laughing the whole time, I want that. When I have sex, I want my partner to be laughing the whole time. That's all I know. I mean, you know, at my small wiener, but then like also other things. And so I make jokes because it just relieves tension, man.
You're weirdly sized.
It takes it away. So if other people think something's funny and I don't, I usually assume I'm the one that's faulted and not everybody else. Because that's usually is the correct assumption because nobody's really that faulty.
Yeah.
But like if I go, maybe they get it and I don't. It's like TikTok. Yeah. I don't get TikTok. I don't get it, but I'm sure it's great. I just don't get it. But that's me. It's not TikTok's problem. A lot of people like it, so obviously it fucking works.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, you gotta get. Yeah, it's true. If you don't get the humor, then it's not gonna work out for you. Like there was a joke. I think I'm saying it right, but someone's gonna correct me. I'm sure someone will get triggered. But it was like Jerry Seinfeld had told this joke, and he was hanging out with a Gentile guy, and a non-Gentile guy, which I think is Jewish or something. But anyway, basically Jerry Seinfeld goes, "This guy's gonna get the joke, and you're gonna be confused. So he's gonna laugh, and you're not gonna laugh at this joke. You ready?" And they're like, "Okay." And he goes, "A Gentile man walks down the street, and he goes to an apple cart, and he says, 'How much are these apples?' And the guy goes, 'It's $2 an apple.' And
that's
the Gentile man goes, 'That's a fair price.'"
Yeah.
That's the whole joke. And the Gentile guy goes, just busted up. He was like, it was hilarious. And the other guy goes, he has your same reaction. He was like, what? He was like, what just happened? It was a perfect example. And because the joke was that the Gentile person, it basically is going to be like, $2 for a fucking apple? Are you serious, dude? I would pay $1.45 at most. No way. And then, or they're never going to be satisfied with the price that they got, I guess, is what I've been told. And so, like, that's the joke. Or, like, and so they have infinite jokes like that. Like, two Gentile men, they go to make a business they own business, and they go to make a business deal. They show up, one Gentile man, he offers a deal. He says, we'll buy your company, 40% stake at $100,000. And the other Gentile man goes, seems like a good deal.
So it's just like, humor's not always meant for you. Sometimes things are funny, but they're just fun. Yeah. Sometimes I'll make jokes. I will say them out loud for my own benefit. I go, I don't think anyone else is going to think that's funny. But it's funny. It is funny. You're just not in. You just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'll say them out loud. I will say jokes out loud that only I get,
you don't get it,
for my own
Your
pleasure.
Background isn't there.
Why? Because the world's better that way. Everyone else is bugged. They just get a little bit angry, and that doesn't bother me when people are angry at me. People are angry at me all the time.
Yeah.
Mostly for shit that it's not even that I didn't even think about. Like most of the time, people are angry at me for things I did not deliberately do. Oh, who cares if they're angry at me for things I deliberately do then? Like, whatever. They're just going to be angry sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know the fucking difference. That's the worst. And you know what happens when people get angry? They get over it.
Yeah.
They just get over it. You just don't break the law and go to jail, but like people angry at you.
Yeah.
I don't know. As long as you feel like you did what was right, then it's just maybe they're just being crazy. Because I'm crazy a lot of times. Sometimes I'm angry at people and I go, there's no real reason I'm angry. But I'm really angry at you. And so it's like I just treat, unless they give me a valid reason, I just treat it that way. And life is easier. You get a lot less stress. A lot less stress with that. Yeah, you just go, whatever. That guy's going to be angry. He'll get over it. He'll go to sleep, and then he'll be like,
ruminating.
Well, that was one bad experience I had, and, I won't repeat the same thing. Like, I'll learn from the lesson, and they're angry. Okay, we won't do the same thing to them. But they're going to admit tomorrow morning, they're going to wake up, and they're going to realize, and then it's just going to be one memory in the collection of memories of me, and 99% of them are going to be positive. And it's like, so who cares if they're angry at me right now? But I like fighting. Right. I really like arguing. Exactly. So when people get angry, I usually fight back. But here's the weird thing is when I argue, my emotions usually happy, and then the other person's is kind of angry. So I have to be careful with that sometimes because I really enjoy it, and the other person is not enjoying it. But if they come at me, then it's like, then I get to enjoy it for a moment. I get to enjoy it. You got to let me enjoy the stupid debate for a moment. Like, remember when we got in the big fight over the ices? That's one of my favorite memories. When we lived in the ice house, and everyone was doing the spear knife ice, and you kept bullshit thing where you kept your shit in the kitchen, and I was like, you can't do that. If you find so the Smirnoff Ice thing, if you're listening right now, which everybody should be listening. If you're not listening, I don't know what you're doing. If you're here, this is the best thing you could be doing.
Here.
Okay, so I'll tell the story, and then I need to take a break. So then you're gonna have to do the story. So leave for a moment. But here's the story for everybody. So Reno and I are there, and we're fighting, and we're in the fucking kitchen, and Reno does this bullshit thing where, okay, so here's the rule of the Smirnoff Ice. I know, I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. So if you find a Smirnoff Ice, which is just an alcoholic beverage, you have to drink it right then and there. You have to just, like, chug it. And so we lived in a house that was called the Ice House because we did it all of the time. Just ices everywhere. You lift up the toilet seat and there'd be a fucking Smirnoff Ice duct tape to the underside of the toilet seat, and you go, fuck it, I gotta chug it. 9 a.m. on a Sunday or on a Wednesday morning before class, you gotta chug the ice. That's the rules. Well, the one caveat is if you have a rebuttal Smirnoff Ice that you have hidden, and it's one step away, you can grab that ice, and then the other person who delivered the first ice has to drink both of them. Well, Reno just kept his ices in the fucking kitchen where everybody knew where they were. And I was like, well, that's a bullshit rebuttal ice. You can't rebuttal with the fucking ice that was just where you store them. Because if I open that up and I find it, I know where it is. So it can't be a rebuttal ice. And Reno goes, well, why does it matter where I keep the ices? Well, I go, well, it matters because they need to be in. Because otherwise, if I open it, I have to drink it. The rules have to work both ways. Anyway, we argued for like 2 hours about the logistics of the ice. And it was an amazing argument. One of the best arguments I've had in my entire life. And we got fired up. And everyone tried to break us up. We kept telling everybody, fuck off. We're fucking dealing with this. It didn't matter. There was no point to it. It was all about fun. But we got fired up about each other. And you know what? Because of that argument, I think we let out of a lot of emotions that we were bugged about each other in other ways. And so, like, you just argue. Because you can just... Because guess what? Usually when you're angry, it's not rational. So you can solve anger irrationally by just fighting with people about things that don't matter. And then your anger about the other thing goes away too. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works. It shouldn't work because it's not logical. But emotions are not logical. But you can do it. So we fought about the ices. And then I think after that fight, every other anger I had with Reno went away. Nothing was about the ices. My anger was not about the ices. But I let the anger out, and then it went away.
Yeah. Dude, it's never, the emotion deal is never, dude, I just remember Kevin was like, I recorded that, and me and Misha laughed at that all the fucking time.
Oh, we need that video.
Yeah, I think Kevin might still have it. Yeah, dude, that'd be good to put on the Instagram.
We need that video.
Just two fucking idiots arguing over nothing. That's what the title will be. The title will be two idiots arguing over nothing. Maybe get that from Kevin.
5 people have replied.
If we text him, we might be able to put it on the screen. No. Like,
I would reply no. If I saw that poll, I'd reply no. Because obviously, if you can see the poll, you can see the live stream. So, I'm talking about who can see the live stream poll. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear. I'm looking at. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Look at this. Who can see the... Oh, wait. Did I share it? No, I didn't share it. Screen 2. Right. Share. Boom. Why did this go away? Boom. Who can see... Can you hear us live now? 5 people said yes. I would vote no because, like, obviously, if they can see the poll, they can see the live stream.
Nice.
So a no would mean yes as well. There's only one answer if you respond to the poll, and it's yes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you say no, it's like you can see the live stream.
Yeah. If you're aware of the poll, you're probably watching the live stream. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I'm
automatic
thirsty.
Suggested video.
I'll explain. We got some love out. We got 7-day vegan challenge when athletes get caught cheating.
Dude,
I've never blinked in my life. That's funny. Mr. Beast is funny. That guy.
I see that video.
I don't know how he's killing it so much because he seems like the most regular dude, but he is fucking killing. Mr. Beast is the most subscribed to YouTuber. Period. That's it. He has more subscriptions. He just passed PewDiePie. Yeah, Mr. Beast. 14 million views. This is a 14-second video. It has 14 million views.
What does he make?
I don't know what he makes. I haven't actually not produced a lot of his content. I've watched him because he's appeared on other things because he's just showing up everywhere. He's like 20 years old. He's just... But this is funny. I've never blinked in my life. And then he has a 14-second video where he doesn't blink. That's funny. Oh.
Dude, this is interesting. He says he goes, okay, I bought everything in 5 stores. Does that mean he went to 5 different stores and bought every single item? Oh, shit. Oh,
and he makes a buttload of money. Dude, these YouTubers make so much fucking money to do well.
That's kind of cool.
All right, Reno, what's your story that you got while I can go refill my cocktail?
Millions of dollars a year, like 30.
Because but it's not an alcoholic drink because. Well, I'm sorry. I gotta get back. Stop sharing.
Let's see. How about I
tell you your most embarrassing moment? Tell about the time you lost your virginity, but didn't really. All right, I will be back.
That's not my most embarrassing one, but I'll tell my most embarrassing one. Okay. All right. So everybody, this is my most embarrassing story of all time, and it happened in high school, which makes sense because that's the most embarrassing moment of anyone's life. So I was where was I? It was senior year, and I was on homecoming court, and I don't know why they put me on homecoming court. I think it was because I was really awkward and really weird. I still am. And I think it was like, you know those 80s movies where they go, wouldn't it be awesome or hilarious if we elected like Joe Blow to be on homecoming court? Like, who is that guy? That'd be crazy if we like, took the really awkward kid and made him on homecoming. I think that's what happened. So basically, I got on there, and basically throughout the whole week of homecoming, you just do things that they want you to do. Like, we got on the morning announcements and just roasted all our friends. And then we went out to the homecoming game, like a football game, and we all walk out there halftime. We talk about where we're going to go, what we're going to do. We talk about going to be an engineer at Oregon State University. And my princess, because each homecoming prince and princess, you were linked up, like you had a person, and there were 4 pairs. My princess was just gorgeous. Like, she was awesome. And my answer was like, I want to be an engineer, go to Oregon State University. And hers was, yeah, I'm going to go become a huge track star and study law at University of Oregon. Or something like that. It was crazy. And then the moment was at the dance. So we go to the homecoming dance, and you don't have to go with your princess. You guys are just linked up, you know, for whatever reason, and then they elect a king or a queen. And so we get there. I'm hanging out with my friends in the back, just doing weird ass dances, doing the sprinkler, doing like lawnmower. I don't know, just random stuff. And the leadership of the school did not tell us this was going to happen, but at some point, all of the music stopped. It was all hip hop, like my grandpa. Hip hop. It was all Katy Perry, whatever, Hot and Cold, whatever popular songs we were listening to. Pitbull. When Pitbull was big. It all stopped. The lights went out, and one spotlight was at the very front. So there's us in the back. And then there's like the big group of grinding people at the dance, and then there's like the front stage because we were in the cafeteria because I went to a school of 500 people, so everything was in the cafeteria. And one spotlight goes to the very front of everything, and the principal comes up and he says, "All right, everybody, the homecoming court, everyone come to the front because we're going to have the homecoming dance, and you guys are going to pair up. The princes and princesses will pair up, and you guys are going to dance." It told no one this would happen, so the entire school is lined up in a semicircle, like an arc, a crescent, in front of us, all at the front. 2 pairs of two princes and princesses, their pairs were up there. Me and mine go up there, and then this other guy, Hayden, his princess was gone. No one knew where the princess was. And so I was like, dude, sucks for Hayden. I was like, wow, that must be so embarrassing. My date decides that she wants to dance with Hayden. And I was like, no fucking way. They start dancing. They have slow, like, piano music. It's like a slow dance. And the whole crowd's just watching us. And I just look at the crowd, just make a bunch of eye contact, and I just walk right into it. Just awkward. And doing a term I've called awkwarding out. It's basically an Irish goodbye, but it's just really weird. And so I just awkwarded out, man. I just walked all the way through the entire crowd of every single student at that high school. I go back to my buddies who just laugh their ass off. They're like, dude, I can't believe that was a situation. And then we found out where the other princess was. She was outside in the back of the school getting drunk.
That's it? I literally came in at the exact end of the story.
That's the most embarrassing moment.
There's no more to the story.
Dude, so here's what's
fun. Wait, no, I don't even
know. It worked out perfect.
I've heard the story.
I'll give you the shorthand version.
Or it's a story I have not heard. No, let's...
I don't know. Did you hear about the homecoming dance?
Because I got something better.
Where I invented awkwarding out?
To immediately right now. My thing is, your thing is good always. My thing is good right now and right now only. I walked up to the kitchen and my sister is like sitting in there, and I go, Emma, check us out, we're live. And then she like goes to Facebook, and we're the first thing that pops up. And then, yeah, like immediately we're live, and then I go, look, Em, that's where I sit.
What?
And it was like my chair was empty, and you're telling the story. I was like, this is so cool. What a wild world. Why are we able to do this? How are we, as just the most regular fucking people, able to just stream our live to the world and let comments? She also replied to one of Joe's messages. She texted that the shirt was not mine, it's my brother's. But it's good.
Important correction.
More engagement, not less. Any engagement is good. You can hate on us. If you're there, you're watching.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
This is so awkward. This is so
I
weird.
like it.
Say that. I want you to say that. Because it's not. This is fun.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's funny? Excuse me. You know what's funny is, like, we would assume that someone, like, if we do something embarrassing or whatever online, they're going to, like, freak out and, like, be mean. Dude, literally, I started posting, like, my halfway done piano songs, or just little tiny piano songs that I have learned. And I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to post them. I thought people were going to roast me because I'm new at it. Like, they're not that good. But, dude, literally, I had, like, 5 friends just comment on there. You were on there, too. They're like, oh, sounds great, man. That's cool. Keep it up. Like, everyone liked it. Dude, it was great. It was the best. You know what it was? That was the best side of social media and of humanity. It was literally just everyone's really nice.
People are just generally positive. The world's just not a scary place. I don't know. The people that are the haters,
we haven't done any yet.
Watching it. Oh shit!
I'm curious.
My mic.
I'm curious.
Am I quiet?
When it happens.
I'm not having my mic here. Yeah, that's way better now. Yeah, that's better now though, isn't it? Dude, that's why I like this thing, because I fucking, when I have the fucking mic over here, I'm like fucking leaning into it. That's why I like the clip thing. The other thing I've been doing is whatever you've invested into something does not have any bearing on how much you have to keep doing it. That's a really good life lesson. Is you can invest a ton of time in something, and the moment you realize it's just not the correct route, just drop it. Your life just immediately gets better. And you have to go through life realizing you're going to do that a lot. You're going to do a lot of things that you invest a shit ton of time into and go, this has all been a waste of time. And it's not a regret because it took that time to learn that it was a waste of time. So it's like you needed it. But once you realize it's a waste of time, drop all of it. And just go to the next thing. Free up your fucking time. Because the only thing that you have in this world is time.
Yeah.
I would go ahead and say that. That's the only tangible thing you have is time.
Yeah.
I don't know why we have time. Time doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Because memories are incorrect. You know, nobody remembers things the same way. Your own memories are false. Like, they're just not really true to what happened. And it's just like, so you live in this world which is just not really based in objective reality. It's just based on a bunch of subjective experiences. And But somehow you live and you die. We would not even be aware we exist if we didn't die at some point, right? There's this like tangible progression from child to adult to old person to death, and we get that, and that's the only reason anything makes sense is because there's time. What's the unit you base everything around? It's time. This isn't a big hypothetical thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. This is engineering. What's the only time? Over a second. What's not? And sometimes over a second squared. What does that mean? I don't know, but it makes sense for acceleration. What does second squared mean? I don't fucking know, but it works.
Yeah. Yep. Dude.
We got meters over second squared.
Mean? Yeah, what does that really mean?
Yeah, but why is it second squared? Why does that unit make sense?
Dude, here's what's crazy. That there were people that spent their whole life inventing what a logarithm is. They were like, they go, yep, here's what a logarithm is, and here's some math behind it, and let me spend my whole life to invent a math concept. This is how I think most... now just on our, it's not just on our, I have a calculator right here, and I just have...
Dude, that's the best calculator. Everyone needs to look at this calculator.
Like 10,000 years of people discovering how math works.
The TI-36X Pro, you've never had a better calculator in your entire life.
You need the TX.
What it doesn't do is graph. You have never used on a calculator is the graphing function. I've never used that. I use every fucking button on that calculator, and they're all useful. And I go, well, I can do this too, and it's $20 fucking. Holy fuck! We should be sponsored by them.
$20.
They use it on every test,
dude. And you use it on any test in college.
Notes it has a memory bank in there. You can write notes in there and store them for later. The teachers don't check. The cheating's not hard. It's easy. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? If you're not a cheat, you don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. What is cheating? Cheating is a made-up concept. I don't know. It's just you win or if you get caught, it's cheating. If you don't get caught, that's the Asian philosophy, by the way. That is like the Chinese philosophy. If you don't get caught, it's not cheating. And I believe that. I kind of subscribe. I'm kind of into it. I'm like, that's not a bad philosophy.
That's right. Yeah. There's more to go into in that. It is a more
complicated topic than I just put it, but
I'm a simplifier, baby. It depends, like anything. Yeah, like I couldn't agree or disagree with that because there's a lot in there, but yeah, and I did hear Carrie talked about that with the Chinese, but
you can do it right now. Actually, save it for later. We'll put that up.
Jerk off about it
on our OnlyFans page.
Any of that, but anyway.
Yeah, what I say about that calculator? Jerk off onto the calculator.
Yeah, go to my OnlyFans. Yeah, go to our OnlyFans page and you can see me. But I can jerk off this calculator. So what it does is it's everything that a graphing calculator does, but it doesn't have the function of graphing. And every math class has one rule. They say you can't use a graphing calculator because it's so badass, it does all the math. And you go, oh, okay. This doesn't graph. It does everything but graph. It's literally, you know what I think? I think there was an engineer at Texas Instruments, that's the company that manufactures this, and he goes, what is our market? Our market are people in college and are people in high school. What is their biggest restriction about calculators? They can't use calculators that graph on tests. And so what they said was, well, why don't we create a calculator that does everything except graph? They made this so you could cheat in college. The engineers that made this, they knew for a fact the reason you would buy this is because it did everything but graph. I was like, that's smart. That's really fucking smart. That was a company that knew. They go, yeah, these kids need to cheat, and they're doing it.
Yeah, I love that, dude.
Dude, you remember Christopher Knudsen?
He's weird. I'm weird. So like whenever I want to say whenever I say people are weird.
He literally, one of his rules.
You need to understand that I think I'm weird, right? So like it's not a bad judgment, but the other guy was a weird dude. I mean, and again, I'm a weird dude, so like it's not a negative thing. It was different.
Very
different. Different feels more polite to say, But he had a head on him, man. He just fucking he knew how to think properly.
Yeah. I think philosophically
maybe the best
was
the entire
far
time
and away better than most other professors at Oregon State. The way he understood life and understood what we thought was important and then showed us what was or wasn't was outstanding. He was outside of the norm rules at college, and as a result, he got in trouble a couple times. Because what he did was, he would say this, he would go, listen, if you can figure out a way, he goes, you can use any tool. You use any calculator, any tool. And they're like, well, what if we get our calculator to be able to access the internet and we can Google on it? Like, what if we open up the calculator, because we have some smart engineers, what if we open it up, put in a new chip that allows it to connect to the internet, change the interface of the calculator, because it's just a computer, so why don't you just change it to a basic computer that connects to the Wi-Fi that can Google things? He's like, what if we do that? And he goes, boom, do it. He's like, if you can figure out how to make your calculator
that's a solution
Google things to cheat on the test, he's like, then do that. Yeah. He goes, he's like, that's creative, that's genius. Now, the second thing I love that he said, he also graded people really easy. Because he goes, listen, he's like, a lot of you aren't going to become chemists. He said, a lot of you need a basic understanding of chemistry, and that's really important. But he's like, I'm not going to fucking derail your career by failing you at an entry-level class. He's like, listen, if you are getting it, if you're understanding the basic upper-level concepts, like, I'm going to pass you. I'm not concerned about it. And he got in trouble because he was passing too many people. They literally told him, Chris,
I failed that class.
Too many people.
I thought it was so easy, and I failed. That was a wake-up call to college. It was one of the first classes I failed. But I failed chemistry. I did well on the first test, and I stopped going, and then I fucked up the rest of the class. I'd never taken chemistry before. It was not something you can just learn by, like, you can't just look at the test and learn it. Because that's been a way I was able to operate the world before. I could look at the test and just figure it out. That's a straightforward question. We can figure this out. Not that way with chemistry. You can't just look at the test and figure it out. And I did so well on the first test, I thought I don't have to go to this class anymore. It was not the case. The first test it just made me feel good, and then I fucked it up, and I got a D, and I had to retake it. I got an A the second time. But I was like, oh, fuck, I failed chemistry. I failed it. That's such a weird word to say. They should call it a try again. They shouldn't call it a fail. They should go, you didn't fail, you got to try again. Because failing means, like, you can't do it. That's what I think about failing. It's like you can't do it again. They should call it a try it again. They shouldn't call it a fail. You got to try again. And you didn't get through it. We don't think you have adequate knowledge to move forward. You got to try again. Wouldn't that be a better name? Wouldn't you feel way better if you got to try again instead of a fail?
Yeah,
instead of a D.
You just I
got to try again. You got to try again.
Yeah.
It's just because that's how the world works too, right? Yeah. You don't get fails, you get try agains.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never banned from things. I mean, you can get banned. I mean, but like you don't really, not normally. Like normally it just doesn't work out, and you just try again. So you don't get a fail, you get to try again.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's more try agains than people realize. Like in the terms of, especially with personal interaction.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can have a terrible interaction with somebody, and you can they kind of forget that. Like in my job in sales, dude, like the whole life is try again. Like in my job at sales, when I talk to customers, I've had customers that were like, they didn't want to talk to me. Like I called them first 5-10 times I talked to them, they were like, dude, I do not want to talk to you. Like I don't care about your service. I'll have this other your competitor, and I don't want anything to do with you. And I literally just keep trying again. I tried and tried and tried. And every day I came with a new message, a new value to bring them, new information that I was bringing. And then eventually they started doing business with me. And then the thing is, once someone likes you, they forget about all the times that they didn't like you. Once they go, yeah, you know what? I actually like you and I like your service. Their brain readjusts the past. And they go, yeah, you're dope. I pretty much always thought you were dope. They forget. literally every time that you have a flub and you have a terrible interaction with somebody, they forget like 99% of
okay,
that.
it's a really stressful thought when you realize that you don't remember most of your life. It's really stressful, right? You go, fuck, I'm not remembering 99% of this. Yeah, that's true. But then once you realize that it's that way for everybody, it's an advantage. You go, if you were not a good experience, people deliberately, like on purpose, they try to forget it. If you were a negative experience in some life, on purpose, they go, I want to remove that from my memory because I don't like it. So they only remember the good things. So you can have 10 bad things and one good thing to a person, and they just remember the good thing. That's how it works. That's how my memory works, and that's how most people's memory works.
Yep, and they say, I've always, Yep, and they'll go, yeah, I've always liked that guy. Yeah, he's dope. It's because they don't remember all the, like, people need to realize how insignificant most of their interactions are to other people. Like, we all like, oh, this one time I said this really awkward joke to this, like, this, like, cashier. And then I go, so I've never gone back to that store. Dude, that cashier sees thousands
I got a really relevant good story.
Day.
So my dad, when I was 10 years old, took me to Washington,
when you walked away.
Because he was a lobbyist, right? So we were meeting with, like, a ton of Congress people and senators. And I say we because it was true. It was a business trip. But he just said, I'm going to bring you along. And he brings me there, and he brings me to every room, and I'm just like, Dad, I'm like so nervous. I mean, I didn't do it, right? I just like sit in the fucking room, and I was kind of actually like a little bit of a pawn in the sense that everyone was in a better mood because I was there, because I just have good energy. I don't know why. I was born that way. I just have good energy. And so I just I show up and I just be quiet, whatever, I just play my role. I just be quiet, and like Congress people would be like, oh yeah, you can just sit at my desk for the meeting. So I'm just sitting there like a congressperson desk, just like dicking around with whatever like stress ball they gave me, and just like, yeah, we vote on bills here, and then I'd go woo and spin around in the chair.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm 10. What do you do when you're 10 and you're sitting in a congressperson's office? So I'll tell you what, I spin around in the chair.
Yeah.
And my dad said, Jack, you don't have to be nervous. He goes, Jack, here's how life works. It's better, good or bad, to make an impression at all than to not leave an impression. And then it goes, but then you go, that means a bad impression is better than no impression. Right? And I agree with that. I agree with that knowledge. People remembering you is better than people not remembering you, whether good or bad, right? But you have the intention of trying to leave a good impression, right? But if it goes wrong, at least you left one, right? You always try to leave a good impression, but if it goes badly, well, then you just left a bad impression. Yep. But they still remember you, and they're probably going to take your next call. If you left no impression, then they'll just fucking screen it because they don't know who you are. If they have a bad impression, then they might have some words to say to you, right? They might be like upset. They might be like, I need to answer this call because I need to tell this guy off. Guess what? You're on the phone with that person. That's better. It's better than not being on the phone with that person. Them on the phone angry with you is better than not being on the phone. Because guess what? If they are angry at you, you can placate that anger, and now, for no reason whatsoever that's logical, they just like you. People like you after that. If you operate the world through trying to think of it logically, you're doing it wrong. Because every human-to-human interaction is not logical.
I think one idea I've been operating with on the same track is, and Malcolm Gladwell's book Talking to Strangers kind of helped me articulate this point that I've been edging towards, was to drop every single made-up scenario and assumption you have about how people are thinking, or what they were thinking in that moment, or what they're thinking now currently, or even how you remembered an event. Like...
Oh, God damn it, Emma.
You need to stop. This is something I do all the time. Where... Play music.
No,
do you want to...
She's confused. I just texted because she texted me. I've been doing multiple things at once. But she's like, how do I get the music to work in the house? And she put it on in here. Because I live in a nice house, or you can play music everywhere. Guess what? It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
You can have a house with speakers like that one. Emma, I'm turning it up because she can turn it up. I can turn it down, like physically here.
Yeah. You know how we were talking about earlier? We were talking earlier for our listeners. We were talking to Emma and sister earlier, and we're like, Emma, you should come on the podcast.
I hope you're watching this live still because.
Well, you know what? She's a guest right now. She's an active guest because she's playing. Yeah. Yep. But on the assumption track, I think that there's so often that as people, I'm going to say, I'm not saying we or like most people. I don't know most people. I know a very small amount of people that exist in the world. I'm just saying.
You're not unique. You know, it happens to other people.
That I think may happen to other people. Here's the thing I do.
You're not that unique.
Maybe other people do too. So, yeah. So, we're basically, so like people will say, you'll sit there and I'll think like, oh man, I said this really awkward thing to this person. They're going to remember that and they're not going to like me or something like that. Or I went on this date with a girl recently and it just was like, just no chemistry. It was kind of like boring thing. And then she's like, oh, like text me later or whatever. And I kind of read it. I was like, yeah, listen, neither of us are going to text each other again. Like no harm, no foul. It just wasn't a good date. And then I was just like building this up to be so awesome. The bartender at a bar I go to all the time. And so I was like, really, I was like, well, this is gonna be really awkward. It just was not a big deal. It was just not a big deal at all. Like I literally I went there. She was like, yeah, what's up? Hey, do you have a drink? But just no one gave a shit. Like I literally made up so many things in my head of what she was gonna do and all these things. Nothing happened. So I think some of them make me really happy is if I eliminated all made-up scenarios and all assumptions I had, and I just went about just not really assuming.
Reno, that was a good statement. I think that's a good end as well.
Just live, baby.
Thank you, everybody who tuned in live. I don't know if you've been here for the whole time, part of the time, but thank you for tuning in for what you did tune into.
Heck yeah.
We appreciate it. We are here because we think that our thoughts are better shared with the world than just between ourselves. And we have a lot of fun, and we do it, and you can listen or you can not listen. It doesn't matter really either way. We're going to keep doing it anyway. And we love all you guys. Check out our Patreon page. We have nothing on there, but you can give us money. And it's with Jack and Reno. And we're trying to get stuff on there, but it's more complicated than you think, and most of my time is not dedicated to that.
Yep.
But it exists. There's a Patreon page. It's with Jack and Reno. There's nothing there. But it's got our logo, and it's us, and you can subscribe, and it's $4 a month, and we appreciate it. And all of the money that goes from there goes directly into making the podcast better, which means more things on the Patreon page that you're subscribing to, right? So you have to buy before there's a thing. But we want it, and I would, if I could do this full time, I would, and if enough people wanted it, I would do it. But that's the world we live in, and so yeah. You see that? You like that, Reno? I just sold something with nothing on it, and it was a pretty convincing sell. There's nothing there. Framing, dude. Framing.
Yep.
Framing.
I liked it. It was awesome. It was like, you're not getting anything for
it. Whatever you think it is,
really cool.
It's less than that. There's nothing there. But what I intend to do is I've been doing a ton of writing, and I don't want to post it publicly. I want to post it specifically to the Patreon page. So if you're not on the Patreon page, you are going to miss that writing. And it's some fucking good writing. It's like sci-fi shit, but also real shit. It's a different way to look at the universe. And I've been writing it, and it's good. And I'm kind of going through the editing process right now. It's just kind of like a short story type deal. It'll be there in the next week or two. I don't know. It's not a rush. We're just moving through life at the pace it goes. So, thanks everybody.
Boom. Thanks everybody.
Do you know the other genius thing about this platform is we can push stop and we just keep talking. This was the best mistake I've ever made.
Yep.
Dude,
it's a pretty good.
Hold on, I don't know if I'm ready to do the whole. I do have to meet for because we did not plan on doing this right now, right? So like this is bonus time that we're doing the podcast, but you never say no to it. I think we can post it all before I gotta go to my next thing. Okay, so here's what we can do.
Yeah.
Is I gotta put both headphones on. Okay, because I keep one ear out because otherwise I talk too loud. But now that we're just you and I, we can put both headphones on. No, we're not. We're not recording anymore.
I think we're still live.
Or are we live? No, we're not live. Oh, we're still live. Hey, everybody. Can you hear us live now? Yes, we can.
Live,
yes, we can. 8 people voted. Ian! I don't think we're still live. I don't know if we're live.
Dude, Ian's on.
Come on, Emma.
Ian!
Come on, Emma. Get it together. We're gonna like that one.
I cannot tell.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Winner.
You are still live.
Chickens for dinner. Okay.
Great.
End live video. That's where it is.
We're pretty good at this.
All right, let's get it
How
out.
do we not be live? There we go. There we go. Now. Hey, babe. Ian, I fucking love you. How do I like that?
Yeah, that's our one. That's our one. Him and George are our 2 fucking Patreon subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm liking their shit. Did you like their shit? Yeah, you like their shit.
Wait, are we?
Dude, the live thing is fun.
Yeah,
dude, the chat thing is fun.
Is there a way?
The fact that
there we go. Okay,
dude, that's a new component that I think is going to leverage us, right? I think that's good, right? Because if people can interact, like it's interactive. Because if we respond to it, it's interactive. So you get an active chat from multiple streams. You check it now and again. We're just talking, and it's just interactive. It's like you just have this live commentary of the world while we're having a conversation. Yeah. We should have every single time we get on the phone. I wish we could go live. I mean, I don't. I wish it was a button push, and I think you can make it that way.
Yeah. Isn't that what?
Yeah, but people don't get Clubhouse yet. You can do that on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch all at once. That's a bigger reach than Clubhouse is. And we should use Clubhouse too, but I don't have a poll there. We don't have a poll there.
But you can't do it on your phone.
We got 8 likes. Dude, we got 8 people that responded to my poll. What does that mean? I bet 10 times as many people tuned in for a little while. I bet 1 out of... Because on Reddit, it's like 98% of people consume content and like 2% post. Yeah. And so I think that's the truth for the internet in general. So like, if we had 98 people, or we had 8 people respond to the poll, I would assume that close to 800 people clicked on it and watched it for a moment. And we have good energy, so it's easy. We might be on YouTube live still.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to check that. So.
Yeah, we might be.
But the fact that it's that. So this is okay. So my vision. We need to talk about this. So my vision for this podcast and how it like goes and everything is. All right, hold on, I gotta open a new tab and go to Riverside and get the recording so we can keep talking. Can you hear that music? I hope you don't mind because I like it. Because my sister actually has really fucking good taste in music. And it's always shit I've never heard before. She plays the best music that I've never heard before. Consistently.
Yeah.
Reno, I think this live thing is gonna move is gonna be a mover.
Processing.
Because I'm not. Yeah, Saturday mornings I think are better because then that allows me to get fucked up Friday and then just like do the hang. Because like I have great energy Saturday morning when I'm kind of hungover and kind of drunk and I drink through the morning, you know. And I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel that way. Oh, I'm dead serious about flying, by the way, to on Monday and just hanging out for a bit. And then if I can like get in touch with, I mean, like, I don't know, it just feels like the correct move for $500. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it just seems like the return on investment just by having fun with you. That's what I was trying to do with the Venn diagram, is you can like something and it can also be positive for your life. That's the better Venn diagram. Things I like and things that are positive for my life, and there's a lot of overlap there, and that's where I want to live.
Yeah. 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 Yep. Absolutely. Let me see here. So let's see here. So quality. What's a WAV? Let's look at that.
No, it's really simple and it's quick, right? But it's just not intuitive. You don't just do it and go, oh, this is where I click. Like, you know, like we're so used to things being so intuitive, but some software is not. Like some software, there is a learning curve. And dude, this is the best philosophy. And this was, I don't know if you remember, but this was the philosophy we had when we started the podcast. We're just gonna do it badly. We're just gonna fuck everything up. We're gonna do it all wrong. That's all we're gonna do. All we're gonna do is we're gonna do the podcast wrong. But we're gonna do it, right? But we'll learn. And when you have that mentality, you keep doing it and you keep getting, because I want to be better, but I don't mind if I'm bad at it. So it's like, but we just, dude, think about how much better what we are producing now. Like today was kind of monumental that we just went live. Think about how much better the content we are producing now compared to last June, because it's been almost a year, July. It's been 8 months. Think about how much better the content has gotten, and we've kept at it. And I don't think we're stopping. This to me is something that's just here. We miss a week or two. Well, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're gonna keep doing it, and we're gonna do it badly. Always. That's our fault. We're gonna always do it, which is not true, right? But it's a good mentality to think. What do we care about? We care about producing when we can and when it's available. It's not our number one priority. You know how you pull chicks? Because they're not your number one priority. You know when chicks love you? When they go, this guy's got other shit going on. You know why people will love the podcast? When they go, this isn't the only thing they do. It's attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to go to the studio. You want me to teach you? Because I can teach you. I'm going to share my screen. All right, go back to the studio. I'm going to share my screen. This is how you do it. You go to ding. This is getting weird to me. Like, view all recordings. Boom. Close. Wait for the recordings. You have two types of recordings. They don't show you right now. You have yours. You don't go to this. You don't go to audio. You go to the view the web recordings, which they've just changed recently. So give me patience while I figure it out. But this is mine and this is yours. But there's a thing that has everybody's, and you have to go to the internet recordings, and they're there. And I don't know where they are, but that's. Yeah, that might be it.
Oh, download internet recordings?
So that's
audio.
This is both of us.
Okay. I'm trying to do the Anchor one, by the way.
No, Reno, I figured this out. Reno, I told you I understand.
Yeah,
whenever I'm doing something, I always like
how would it be?
I'm a dumbass. I have not been a dumbass. I figured this fucking platform out. So you go to the download internet recordings, and you can see my screen. So you got right there. Click here, boom, download. It's downloading.
Perfect.
I got 9 minutes, right? Because it's 1.9 gigs. It's a big file. So you download the archive. Once it opens, or it'll show you right now, because we can do that.
Oh, I see.
So once it opens, I pop open iMovie. Where's iMovie? Dude, so I spent like $300 on the Magic Mouse here in the Apple keyboard. It's worth every fucking cent. Yeah, it changes my mentality when I buy things, when I think about it. It's like for the podcast, but like this Magic Mouse. Okay, so do you see this? Okay, so I'm screen sharing too, right? Dude, check this out. Look at how fucking navigable this is.
Yeah.
You can just fucking switch back and forth. And so you can just do that with your hand while you're holding the mouse. You can just fucking switch back and forth between fucking pages. It makes the computer like an extension of yourself.
Wow.
And so I was like, really well, cool. If you're gonna do Apple, you got to go all Apple. And I'm like, I'm gonna get the keyboard, and I paid $30 extra for the one with the number pad because you just like the one, and then it's wireless, so everything's fucking. You can just take it anywhere, and it's a good buy. You just go, and then I've got the fucking, extra monitor here.
Yeah.
If we want to go extra meta on how many things you see, I got this widescreen monitor, I got the screen, and it's just like,
yeah.
I've been working on this for the last few weeks, just like removing things, making things better. But now, and like the camera doesn't fucking work, so I need to get a new camera, right? The camera, I've done everything, but the camera just fucking, I plug it in, it doesn't work. I just need a different camera. But
yeah.
Dude, when you start looking at solutions as like money is part of the problem solver, and you give up the fact that you're going to waste money on things that aren't really solutions, it makes the world a lot easier. You go, I'm going to waste so much money. I'm going to waste so much fucking money trying to figure out the solution, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because the actual solution is worth way more than what the actual dollar cost of what the solution was, right? So like the solution for me getting a camera is like probably $5 or $6 grand. I'd be willing to pay that if it was like $5 or $6 grand, perfect setup. It's going to cost me way less than that, but it'll cost me a few $100s, even though the final camera won't cost a few $100s. It'll just be a bunch of fuck ups until I get the right camera. But it was worth a few $100s to figure out what was the right camera. Anyway, just mentality. Anyway, I'm going to show you this. So, you watching the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the desktop.
I like it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is me. This is the other day. This is in Arizona. I was going to do a Patreon deal. Can you hear it when I play this? Dude, so you do this. Dude, check this out. No. So you go to the share thing. YouTube. There's a YouTube button. I push the YouTube button. And then you go next. And it just publishes to my YouTube account. Could that be fucking easier?
That's dope.
No, this is on. So I have to download it, and this is an iMovie.
That's on. Is that on Riverside FM?
Reno. I'm gonna try to sell you on a $1,400 purchase, and you can just think about it. This isn't right now, but start putting in your head. Think about the benefits of buying a nice Mac laptop in this setup because your world. Because we spend a lot of time doing this podcast. It's like. Think about where your money goes and think about where your time goes. A lot of your time is spent doing this podcast, and I'm telling you, you get the Mac set up with the Apple. I would spend $2-3 grand, and you just fucking dialed. I mean, think about what we would spend if I lived in. So if I do end up moving to Austin, I do anticipate we do start renting out a studio, like an actual office space that we record at, because it would be worth the $300 a month, but it's also worth the $1,500, $2,000 one-time cost of just buying a laptop. It doesn't have to be for anything else. Like, it's literally worth the dollars just for producing this podcast. That's my pitch. It works with how you have it, so you don't need to do anything else. Like, I'm not saying like you need to or anything. And Emma's turning up the music. That's not me.
The reality is I need to buy a new laptop just because it's like maxed out on storage and it's just old and doesn't work. But I only use it just for the podcast. Okay, so and this one.
I bought the $1,400 laptop for two things: to apply for jobs and for the podcast. I'm telling you, it was hard. It was a fucking hard swallow when I just dropped $1,400 while I'm unemployed and not making money. Now, 3 weeks later, even before I've started making money, before I got a job, I think it was one of the best purchases I've ever made. It just fucking works. And then go get the fucking mouse and get a deal. So, I mean, I've got a whole set. My setup was complicated and it took a few weeks to produce. I've got 2 dongles. I can't show you them because it's on the MacBook camera. And I've got 2 dongle attachments, and there's a permanent setup where my shit goes. But whenever I want to go, it's super easy to unplug my laptop, take it somewhere else, and then just put it back into the place, which is the designated area where the laptop and the podcast exists. Like, this is the zone where the podcast exists for me. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also, now I have my PS4 hooked up to this monitor, and I can just play games on this PS4, and it's better than the TV because I can sit in this chair, and I'm close by, and it's better, and the headset goes on. It's just like, you can create this space that's so multifunctional, and it costs a few grand, but it's just like, if you have the money and you can afford it, because not only can you afford it, it's going to be the best ROI of any investment you ever make. And it's like $3,000, which is not that much. But $3,000 is not that much money. $3,000 is not hard to make. It'd take me 2 weeks to make $3,000 if I just was working. If I decided to work and I said I need $3,000, it would take me 14 days, and I could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if I would like to buy a Mac, but
you can have
looked
both.
up.
You can have a Mac and a PC, and it's not a waste of money. You can just have both. You just have that much money.
So I'd have to do it.
And it's an efficient. No, dude, you're not. It's the best ROI. No, it's the best ROI. You're not thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You're stuck in this mindset where you need to like make things the most efficient. Sometimes the most efficient way is to have like two things that like serve similar functions. Just have two things, and then like you have a HDMI cord for your monitor, and you can just unplug one laptop and plug in the other, and both the laptops have different purposes. One laptop is for the podcast, one laptop is for Autodesk Inventor. Both independently, like you just looked at what's the best thing for Autodesk Inventor. Whatever the best money is to get that in there. I mean, honestly, you should just buy the software because that'd be the best money because you can buy good software for the Mac, so that'd be another solution. But you have to start thinking of money as a solution to your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like money, that's all money is a solution to your problems.
I think it's
that's,
a solution
that's the way I conceptualize money.
Things.
Dude, I drove I went 115 miles an hour on the freeway in an Audi A7 today that I don't own. It didn't cost me any money. Sometimes you can just do things without spending any money. I just fucking floored it, right? And I hit some turns. I went 115 miles. It was great this morning. I was kind of drunk. That's not loud. Oh, hopefully I'm not live somewhere. I wasn't drunk. I was definitely below the BAC, and I definitely didn't go. I'm definitely being hyperbole for whoever I'm live to. But dude, just money is what's money going to do in your bank, dude? Whatever you can do, whatever money, how it can improve your life. Yeah,
it's going to do a lot.
I'm saying,
dude, I have other places. If
you are a person that's productive,
I don't just
the best place for your money is whatever's going to immediately make you more productive, or at least how you think it is. Sometimes it'll fuck up and it'll be a waste of money, but overall, I think the ROI is highest investing in what you're doing every day. What are we doing all the time? Is the podcast. A $1,400 laptop is worth it for the podcast alone, even if it's the only time you touch it. And you don't have to feel guilty about it because you can afford it. And it's not gonna ruin your investment strategy, but it's gonna make the podcast way more fucking enjoyable when you just have this beautiful device and monitor and camera. And that's why I'm gonna buy a new camera. I'm gonna spend $100, $200. I don't have $100, $200 to spend, but I'm gonna do it on the podcast because it's somewhere I am once in a while, and I'm gonna make money, and I know that. And I'm, it's like, it's just you can just. I don't know. It's just food for thought. It's how I'm approaching the world. It's how I'm selling myself as much as I'm selling you right now, right? So, like, but it is how I'm approaching the world, and it feels right. And you don't have to do it. You're.
No, sounds good, dude.
Yeah, that's a Jack thought. There's a lot of Reno thoughts I live by. That's a Jack thought for you.
Sounds good.
Just toss it around there.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll toss around the head here.
$1,400. Dude, you put $4,000 in a strip club. This is a better way to blow 14. Yeah, doesn't matter. You did it. You're gonna blow money some ways. If the money exists, just blow it on a fucking laptop for the pod, and then you'll be like, wow, this like the fucking Riverside thing, dude. I just like blunder through things, not worrying about money. Riverside was the best money mistake I ever made. Right? Like sometimes it works out. It's just you just have to stop thinking of it as only leverageable in one way. Yeah. The other way it's leverageable is for the tangible goods it brings. That's what money has value, is because of the tangible goods it can buy. So you're better owning the tangible goods than you are owning stocks. Like, it's just going to do more for you. Yeah. Period. owning like stocks. Well, owning stocks. I get. I mean, you understand that I get money, and I get how you can have $1 million and you can make $80K a year. I get that, right? You like we start from there. That like I get how money works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the ROI is better when you just put it into yourself. When you do it, right? Like if you don't know what to do with your money, put it there. But if you have something to buy, then spend the money. Because the money's does not actually have any tangible value. What does is the things you can buy with the money. So if you have a thing that you can buy with the money that's going to have an ROI, fucking buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, downloaded.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get an external.
You do need an extra. You get a 1 terabyte hard drive for like $50. I've got one. It's fucking amazing.
That's the thing I need.
And
that's what I'm working on right now because I need. I guess.
Yeah, dude. That's also why about the
deal. I have to have
because I couldn't download the files.
Stuff. I need something that can handle.
Dude, and so the other thing you can do is you can take a 1 terabyte hard drive, like an external drive. You can drive it in. You can plug it in and run it like functionally from your computer. So you could have it set up, even though your laptop doesn't have all the storage, because you have the reason you have a solid state because functions quicker and anything you need to access from like the memory storage, like you can get to more quickly. Well, you can have an external drive that takes more time, but you can add an extra terabyte of storage if you just are willing to accept the fact you have to plug in a USB, which once you get over that and you have the permanent setup, it's not an easy pill. It's an easy pill to swallow. You go, yeah, fuck it. I've got fucking 2 dongles. I've got 8 things plugged into my computer right now around this podcast right now. And the camera doesn't work. It doesn't even work properly. But just every time something doesn't work, I just fix it. I go, what's worse? $100 gone from my pocket, or this problem solved? Right. Or this problem continuing to exist? And you know what's worse is the problem continuing to exist.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, I so do you want to hang out this weekend, Austin?
I'm with it.
Can I take your car during the day if I come down there? Would you mind me tooling around? Because I'll probably go for some guys and just tool around.
I'm gonna get Nick.
Okay, I'll probably come on Monday or Tuesday. And then I will need to come. I was gonna say I might never come back if I get a job, right? But I will need to come back to get my car. And then I'll find a lease, but I'll probably start looking at apartments and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I might move to Austin. I think that's cool. The best. Actually, Michelle Veranazan, who I talked to this week, she actually gave me the piece of advice. Sometimes the most simple choice, sometimes the most obvious choice is the correct one. And the most obvious thing is to go where you are and where we can do the podcast and grab a studio. And then I'm not gonna I don't want you to think that I'm gonna invade on your life like we're gonna have. Yeah. It's better to have independent lives but. I don't know. Are you gonna be? It stresses me out. Are you gonna be cool if I just move to Austin? Because I'm moving there because you know. I want you to know that's the factor of Austin is that you're.
Yes. Yeah. Of course I am.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Would it be better? Would your life be better?
Dude, I'm not gonna.
Would your life be better if I was there?
Dude, if you lived around here, it'd be dope.
Yeah, it can. The answer is always yes to that question.
I just don't want to better than it already is.
Cool thing. You moved to Austin on your own, and I don't want to invade on that. I don't. That's what I feel like I'm doing a little bit. You get it?
I'm not concerned. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I'm not concerned about that. If you were a friend that I had that was only ever hung out with me, and then you were coming to Austin, then I'd be concerned because I'd be oh, well, he's just gonna yeah. You got your own thing going on. Yes, it's gonna be cool. You're gonna come here and you're your own thing.
By the way, when I moved there,
hang out, it's all good.
And you have no excuse for this. We're renting a studio. Whatever rent I'm doing, I'm adding $400 a month so we can rent an office space in a studio for our podcast. Do you know that?
I mean, if you want to do that, I don't want to do it till invest that monthly money until we are
How much money are you willing to spend to your hobby that you have the most fun on?
You know what I mean?
Because for me, it's over $400 a month. And this is like one of my most fun hobbies is the podcast. And the studio would just make it more fun. It's not about, like, I'm not thinking about it in terms of making profit. I'm thinking about it in terms of how much fun is it. Like, and then like, if we just like fucking operate in the studio, which we can afford, that's a fucking fun hobby. It's just a hobby. It's not, you don't go into it thinking it's going to have a big, like, we know what the ROI is fun and your better attitude during your life.
Yeah.
Go figure out your finances.
Yeah.
Well, I'm renting one. I'll pay for the whole thing if you don't want to pay.
Well, we're not going to do it yet, but we may. I mean, we can just...
And then once you realize that it's the right decision, you can pay for it.
Sounds good.
But I'll pay for the whole thing. If you decide the whole time I don't want to pay for any of it, you never... And there will be no judgment. It's your choice. Good.
I mean, another potential solution is that if I end up getting a house...
Why don't we look at houses this week? When I come down, is because I would rent. Well, I would rent. I mean, if you wanted to rent me, I would live in your home, Reno, in a heartbeat. What? Yeah, then that would be the best room. I'm a good roommate.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be dope. And we can convert that room into our own custom studio. Like everything we want, all the art, whatever we want. Like
that's a better solution. Like that's the most income sense. And then I would rather give my money to you than some landlord for rent. You charge me a fair price, and that would be good. So if you were thinking about buying a home, I would rent. Right. I would rent from you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing: is I would split the third bedroom cost with you, right? So I would just pay for the third bedroom cost if it was the studio.
There we go. Yeah. So we'll see what happens because I basically can't. If you're moving here, it depends what you want to do because the way the market is, I can't buy anything that's.
Dude, I'll live anywhere. I can Uber.
You're probably going to want to live.
I decided that was a limiting mentality. Nah, dude, wherever you want to do it, I would live there. I don't care if it's 10 miles out of the city. I just would enjoy it, right? I can Uber, and then it would not be hard. So part of it was just like making the logistics and sell easier for banging, and then I've been getting so much better at it that it's just like I can pull. I mean, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reno.
Yeah. 100%. Dude, let's go there.
I think we are on a really good trajectory.
Dude, yeah, it'd be dope. Dude, if you came here and then we had our own house, and then we had a house, and it was it had a studio in it, and it was its own studio, that'd be dope. That's like I used to watch these like YouTube guys. Dude, it would be fun. I used to watch these YouTube guys, and they had each other own channel, like streaming channel.
Exactly.
But they also would just like post funny shit they did in the house.
Reno,
they would do like prank videos on each other. But they would do just like random shit. That would be pretty fun. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, dude, it'd be dope.
No, I know,
dude. I mean, basically,
but if you need a renter, I don't care if it's next week. If you buy the house, I might need a month or two if you front me cash. But like, obviously, I'd pay you back. Like, then move in, right? Like, you might be like front load some cash if I can't pay rent if I don't have a job. Dude, but if you had a house today, I'd move there tomorrow. Just so you know, I mean, if you were interested in having me, right? Like, I don't want to like impose, right? Like, it's a huge part of this is that you want it, and I want it.
Yeah, dude, no, bring it on. Yeah. You would be an addition.
I know, dude. I don't. There's a lot of your life I love. There's a lot of your life I want to be a part of, right? So like, I would go. We'd have our own world. We'd have our own worlds. There's no doubt about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
And then the best part about having your own worlds is sometimes they collide and it's like a crossover episode.
Like actually just a dope person instead of whatever random roommate. That's exactly what happens. You're not a new character in the
That's what it is.
We're each our own
we just have to have their own show in the same house.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Rita,
Yeah.
This is not a pipe dream.
Yeah,
this is a tangible, realizable.
Dude, I would fucking love. Dude, I would just love pranking the shit out of
Well, I'm gonna fly down there. I'm gonna book tickets probably for Monday or Tuesday. You just have to pick up from the airport. Or I can Uber from the airport if you're working. Dude, these problems are so solvable. Getting to Austin, people go, you can't just travel all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. It's not that expensive. People are like, well, Jack, you're like a world globe trotter. Yeah, well, when you don't have a job and I don't.
It's not really.
I'm still holding out for the fact that I may never have to have a job again, and I think that's a real possibility. And there's several avenues I'm pursuing to do that. But I'm applying for jobs because the sales skill is what I want. But as soon as possible, I want my we looked at the overlap of the Venn diagram. When I have fun, other people have fun. There's a lot of overlap there. In that overlap, there's money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm hanging up, but I'm gonna post the I'm gonna just post the full video to the pod, and then I still want to record tomorrow. What time did you put it on the calendar for? Dude, think about how many pods we would record if we would live together.
It's like 9, but
every time I'd be like, hey, you record a pod. And then you have like a studio. We have a studio.
We can just pop it on. Right. Or something
downstairs, and then you just like wind down. Like, oh, let's go do one, dude.
It's like a dedicated shit. You just walk in, click it on. Boom. Yeah. Dude, we just walk in, turn it on. It's all dedicated to that shit. So Riverside FM's always open. Everything's ready. You click, turn it on. All right, let's talk about that shit. Or we have a story. Dude, we can wake up and be like, dude, we got to talk about this story real quick. And then we just jump in, and we're just, like, hanging out. Like, oh,
dude,
shit,
the worst thing that happens is 5 or 10 people listen.
Like, anytime we're having a conversation,
that's great. We're going to be commenting because we'll be doing it live. And so we have 5, because we already had that, right? Like, today was the worst case scenario. We did no advertising. We did no nothing. And we just had people in the chat that were just, like, great and positive and optimistic. And it was thought-provoking. Like, it was, like, engaging me in a way that's going to improve the rest of my life. Dude, imagine just having that in your home. We can create that. And then how would it not be successful from that point? Everybody would tune in. They'd be like, what else am I going to tune into? This is the best thing.
Yeah.
This is the best thing to tune into.
Yeah. Dude, that would be dope. That would be dope, dude. Let's do it. Let's do that.
That's why I need a new laptop. That's why I got the new laptop.
I can't help
all
post this because my computer literally
can't download it. Do you get it now? Do you get why? But you get it now. Why I struggled?
I'm getting an external drive. It's gonna be free one day. I understand. Yes. I get it.
But I wasn't trying. That wasn't like trying that hard. But like it makes sense. But it's better now. Like I mean, dude, look at what we've created. I'm fucking sharing my screen. I got you up here 20 million times. It's just, dude, this podcast from last July to what it is now, forget the following. That doesn't matter. What this entity is just bigger than I ever anticipated it would be, to be honest. And how efficiently it works, it's amazing. How few hours it takes us a week and how much it's just let's just go just from the conversational point to bring up. I have a podcast. I bring it up all the time. Just let's talk about from where I was embarrassed to have a podcast to now that I bring it up to everybody whenever it's relevant. I don't try to overdo it, but whenever it's relevant, I just bring it up because I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of this thing.
Yeah. Dude, I'm proud. I think it's dope. All my cousins, everyone who sees this mic in the background, they're like, "What's that for?" I'm like, "Oh, it's for my podcast." They're like, "Oh, really?" Dude, you know what's funny too? I would assume, as a work thing, I'm not really worried about it anymore because I told the entire company about my podcast, and literally, no one turned up for it. No one even. I was like, okay, clearly it doesn't matter what I say.
Yeah,
because no one from my work.
The shit we say isn't that racing. George is worried because I smoked weed one time on you. What an ignorant thing. You know what good employers do? They said, hey, you got 3 weeks until a drug test. They don't really care if you smoke weed. They just need on paper for you to pass a drug test. whatever drug test thing they send it to isn't going to go look into my history if I ever once smoked weed, right? Like, that's not a criminal fucking thing, and the fact that it is bullshit. So I don't care.
Right. Yeah. Dude, also, just to throw this out there, literally no company in Austin drug tests. Literally none. Unless you are a federal company.
Yeah.
Because the talent pool in Austin, literally everyone in Austin.
Dude, weed is the best.
I thought, people joke that way.
Weed is the
No, it's true.
Best.
Every single person. Even if they're not actively smoke weed, but they do. Well, dude, what happens? No one tests. No one drug tests, dude. Absolutely no one. Because everybody knows that everyone in Austin is smoking weed. And the thing is, if you're in IT, you're for sure smoking weed. And so if you're coming here and you're working in the IT space, they're not going to drug test you because all of their fucking applicants, like SHI had to stop drug testing because they were they literally the hiring managers were because of this policy, we cannot find any engineers. We can't hire anyone or salespeople. They're we just can't hire anybody because of this policy.
Dude,
and they're okay, they literally just got rid of it and then had plenty of people.
It's less, okay. If you're going to compare drinking and weed smoking, I'd rather have a weed smoker than a drinker, right? And you don't test for drinking, so why do you test for weed smoking? It's I would rather my people smoke weed, right? I'd rather my people live an indulgent life. You have to indulge. What are you going to live life without ever indulging? That's fucking square. You're producing square. You're going to get squares to work for your company. I don't want squares. I want fun fucking, especially in your sales company. Yeah. You want fun people.
Yeah.
That's where it's this overlap that people miss of where you have fun and it benefits other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 100%. It does. Well, the thing is, too, is they I think what they were trying to do, dude, I think it's just I think drug testing in general is just an old mentality because they're worried about oh, you're going to smoke all the time. Do people who just aren't with it, they think oh, you smoke weed? Oh, so you're high at work. How the fuck is that related at all? When I'm at work, I'm busting my ass. Same deal with people who drink. You never say that about someone who drinks. Oh, you like beer? Oh, so you must be drunk at work.
Yeah, and you can get fucked up on the weekends.
What?
You can go get fucked up.
No, you can be a responsible human. And
binge drinking, guess what? It's allowed. It's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
You don't just have to drink 2 drinks at a time.
Yeah.
You can drink 30 drinks at a time. And you can binge drink. Your life might be a little bit shorter, but it was better. I'd rather have the shorter life with some fucking fun than the longer life with no fun. Any day of the week, I would take that trade.
Yeah.
No, dude. I've asked old people.
I think that we say that because we're young.
Every old person I've asked, they go, yeah, it's way more fun. Go enjoy it while you can. That's what everyone says. Go enjoy it while you can. Why do I have to ever stop enjoying it? What I like also happens to be a profitable industry. Why can't I just do, and then I don't have to feel guilty about it? The money will just start coming your way, and you just don't even have to think about it. I don't live an expensive life, and I never really will, right? I don't need that much money to just fulfill all of my money needs. But money is a solution to other problems that sometimes are expensive. But $60K a year, I need $30K a year to live on my own. $30K, and I have every single thing I want. I do all the traveling I want. I live in the apartment I want. $30,000 a year. That's what it costs. I can make $30,000 a year from the podcast. Okay, and any extra is bonus.
It's gonna change. I like the mentality. I like the mentality. I'll tell you. I'm
gonna make more than that.
You're not gonna make.
I love money. So I'm gonna make a few. I very much intend on making multiple millions a year in my life.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just. Yeah. Just take that same exact mentality and then just take that 30 and make that. I intend on making.
Can you hear the fucking Mumford & Sons? I know the song.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. I'll let you get going. I'll post this to the. I'll spend the next 30 posting this to the. Actually, I'll probably 15, but I'll post this to the YouTube and the Anchor and all that, and I'll take care of it. So don't worry about it. Hey, you should think about the new laptop thing. You should. I made my pitch. Just let that simmer.
Sounds
You
good.
don't do anything now, but just let that simmer for the
drive.
next week or two.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Well, that will solve some of your problems,
drive,
but the new laptop will solve
That's
more.
the only issue, so I'm just gonna get that.
Just let it simmer. You don't have to make any decisions now, but just like consider that in the realm of things that you could do, and then like just let it simmer because I think it's a good decision. But you need to decide that, obviously.
Yeah. 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 Yep. Word. Sounds good, dog. Tomorrow.
Well, best case scenario, we don't record tomorrow.
I do have a date tonight, and depending on how well that goes, I may or may not be able to record tomorrow.
If we don't record tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go out. We got Rowdy invited me back to the Silver, so I gotta go back to the Silver tonight, and I'm going to meet some friends for drinks in a couple hours. So, yeah, we're
Perfect,
I'm gonna just do every weekend like a bender, and then maybe I die earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Perfect.
we're gonna do it like that. I like it that way. All right, later.
Okay, sounds good, dog. All right, sounds good, dog. All right, man. Later.